Let's do this. OG music, just like the good old days. Let's talk about some Rolex. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. I just figured I'll play the OG music because a good friend of the show, John, has written an article deconstructing what Rolex does. Why do people love the brand so much? And I thought, hey, let's play the OG intro. Let's look at the landscape of the Rolex website, and then go through the article and see what he has to say about the brand. And let me know, guys, if you think if he's right, or give us some feedback over here, okay? All right. Let's cut the music there. There we go. So slowly fade it out. All right, guys. Before we jump into the article, let's just kill like a couple of minutes, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, by taking a look at the European watch company and what Rolexes they've got in stock. 94 Rolexes. This is the second most stocked brand that European watch company is carrying. The number one stock brand is Patek Philippe, which is kind of weird, but maybe it's because Patek Philippe is a little bit more difficult to sell. They're a lot more expensive, but they do turn them around quite often. Like, look at this, even. Holy shit. 5270J sale is pending. God damn. There's a lucky customer who got himself a beautiful perpetual calendar chronograph. Very nice. Okay, but let's take a look at what Rolexes they've got. They've got some cool stuff here. Some interesting Daytonas, a white gold Pepsi, uh, a Guinness, a Hulk now for 21,000. Ooh, we looked at this watch yesterday, the 16600, and that has already sold. Incredible. Man, as I said, man, Rolexes sell so quickly. And then look at this. This is one of the biggest, ugliest Rolexes, but because it's solid gold dancer, biggest, baddest solid gold dancer that Rolex probably makes, sold for 33.9. I think that's kind of cheap because they were selling a Submariner for 35, and Submariner is quite a bit smaller watch. This is a chunky monster. 44 mil. God damn. It's got to be heavy as shit. Pretty cool for big guys out there. Solid gold dancer. Got a Daytona here with the diamond bezel. Mother of pearl dial. Very cool for 84.5. God damn. It's expensive, guys. There's some expensive stuff here. Pretty nice day date with a diamond dial. Let's see what else. What else? Just to kill some time. We're gonna read the article very soon, and we're gonna have some fun. While I'm going through these watches, just very quickly here, shout out to everybody who's joining us tonight in the chat. Got Tim G, Web One, Dave F451, Matt, Marco, the Watch Apprentice. Guys, thank you so much for all those early upvotes. Tuomo Kaloy, JMB, Dean, got Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. Hope you're doing great. Steer Pike, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Got Goldfinger. There's Dr. Bob Sniper. Can Tim come out and play? Yay, yay. Warriors, come out and play. Yay. Actually, that was shot in New York City. And I even remember I watched the movie when I was in high school. And then me and my buddies were hanging out on uh, Coney Island Beach. And literally, that that entrance where they were doing the whole bottle scene is right there. It was right there. I was like, oh my god, we're here where the movie is taking place, and now my mom has a little business there. JMB, good to see you. Loves the OG music. Hey, wrist chick, hope you're doing well. We've got the Pedro Bermudez in the chat. Welcome to the show, Pedro. Let me see. Anybody? Am I missing anybody else? Grandmaster Chime just got here. Was watching new Oshin video. And Nico, is there a new Nico video? I saw the Oshin video. That was quite cool. Actually, we should watch it after the John video. That's a pretty cool. Would be pretty cool to see that. It's about the new TV show that features a lot of wristwatches. And the way they feature wristwatches is to like straight out of a YouTube video. It's so funny because they do specs and everything. It's hilarious to experience. It's almost like watching a YouTube watch review. Funny stuff. Um, but anyways, let's see. Also, Manny, good to see you. Nick Da Vinci, Faye Falsas, is there a way to increase a patina on a neo vintage watch? Does putting it in the sunlight for a long period of time help? Um, yeah, but really, that's it's tricky because you don't know which way that's going to actually patina the watch. Is that going to make watch look better or worse? It's unpredictable. I don't think anyone has tested exactly what needs to be done to patina the watches because like there's certain vintage Pepsis, for example, like this one right here. Let's pull this up. Right, you see this one? It's got a very bluey and then faded, kind of a faded red. It's okay, but I wouldn't say this is the best patina on the Pepsi that I've ever seen. I've seen these Pepsis age in a lot more pleasant ways. So here's the regular Pepsi on patina. This is from 1989. Maybe the bezel was replaced. Oh, you know what would be cool? Here's what we'll do. Very quickly before we go to the article. Let's see here. Oh shit, I completely forgot to put the link in the chat in case anybody wants to join in. Uh, okay. The link is in the chat. Let me do this. Let's is this 1675? Okay. Let's go to Chrono 24. Rolex Pepsi and put 1675. All right, now we've got some interesting examples. See it, for example, like look at that. That is a very pleasant way of getting, of patina. And then there's some ugly ones that are washed out like this one. Like I don't think that's cool at all. So when you try to patina the watch by doing that, which way are you gonna go? Are you gonna make the watch worse or better? Very risky. I think I wouldn't mess around. Hey, Tim G, welcome to the show. How you doing?
How in the hell are you? Happy Tuesday. How are things?
Hey, hey, hey. I was just Fell had the very interesting question about forcing the patina by leaving the watch in the sunlight for extended periods of time. What do you
Well,
think? That
I
risky
think
move?
that might be. I don't know. I don't know if you ever want to do that, but if some people want to do
Right?
that, I guess that's okay, huh? I don't know. I mean, maybe you should put Coca-Cola in the dips. You're watching Coca-Cola for a while, like how it eats a penny. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never thought of that. Why would you want a patina watch that quickly?
Yeah, like and then
I
plus
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
the newer
It-
models, they're impossible to patina.
yeah,
He's
hey,
talking about the newer vintage ones. So I guess maybe
just FYI. So European
mm,
Watch Company, they've always been known for Pateks more than anything else, even like
oh,
15 years ago. So they've always had a ton of Pateks. They were on the first floor, way down in the poor section of Boston on Newbury Street until COVID. And then what happened was Newbury Street was ransacked one night. So it was all boarded up and everything, like a lot of cities.
mhm.
So they ended up moving on the second floor, up closer to AB block. So they're like in goes Arlington, Berkeley, then it goes Clarendon, then it goes Dartmouth, and then it goes let's see, ABCD F, Fair. I don't know. It says EDEF. It's G, so it's Gloucester. It's somewhere around there.
Mhm.
But anyway, they moved up closer to the ritzy area of Newbury Street. So they've always had. They were always on the first floor. Matter of fact, first floor basement. You had to step down like 4 floors until like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and now they're the second floor. They bring everything to you on the fourth when you're on the fourth floor.
On the tray.
Yeah, on the tray, but before they used to be in glass cases.
And did they move for security reasons
Yeah,
or
yes,
what was the
they moved for security reasons, and then they got
yeah,
bigger, obviously, because now that I think
yeah.
they've got like 20 people working for them. But they
It's a
were like
big
making
operation.
huge,
When you enter the
incredible,
premises, it doesn't look like it because
incredible.
they've got this because these double doors. First
Yes,
set of doors. First you have to take the elevator, right? So that's number
it's a
1.
waiting,
You go through
it's a waiting room. It's like a doctor's office. It's a waiting room.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And then you go to the first floor and they've got this waiting area. And then they clear you. Once they clear you, then they bring you into this seat, like a table area where they've got assistants, kind of handling you one on one almost. They got a nice table for you to sit
that's
on, and
exactly
you tell
correct.
them which watches you want to see. They go in the back and they bring the stuff out.
That's exactly correct. Before you could just nope, before you could just walk in, go 3 flights down the stairs, and they were in
Mhm.
cases. And
Oh wow,
basically, that was
yeah.
around. They stopped that like in 2021 or 2022, and then they moved on to that fourth floor. Better location, better everything. It's an incredible outfit because they also do a lot of things like I've got friends. I've never done it, but I've got friends
Hmm.
that have actually get their Protect service. I don't know where they take
Through
it
them.
through them. So I don't know where they go. And I've got friends that have gotten their Rolex service through them. I don't know if they take it a Rolex. I don't know what they do. That's like but I mean, it's obviously reputable. and the people that have had the Pateks, I mean, they were like complications. They were high end complications. I mean, one guy I knew had 3 complications that they took him to. So it's interesting to see how they operate. I mean, they're a huge operation, great operation actually. I mean,
Yeah.
really, you're paying for the little bit of the premium, but they're not gonna
They have some good prices on certain pieces. Like, for
Yeah,
example, look at this. You see this
I don't know. I
Breitling
don't
Aerospace?
know. Yeah, I went in
I
for a
I was just talking about it. It was
Okay.
3,500.
All right. I went in for a Grunfeld, and it was the one with the orange dial because that's my next was. I was thinking my next watch. It's still
Yeah.
available. It's 37.5, and I don't know. There's other places that they're at $32,000 for that. So they're a little high on some things, but they're not mostly
Yeah.
very reputable. Very reputable. So anyway.
Horology by the Sea, they have some good,
Yeah, they got one there too for
Grunfeld.
32.5.
Is it
There's
already
one.
sold or is it still?
They're not moving.
Oh, they had a better deal.
Yeah, they're not moving. Here it is, right there.
33.9 here.
Yeah,
How much was it on the European?
37.5. I mean,
Oh.
I wore it. I wore it. I was with my girlfriend, and we were
Mhm.
looking at stuff, um and I was looking at that. They had 4 of them actually. They don't
Wow.
put stuff on the website. They don't put some of their stuff
Well,
on
well,
the
it's
web.
difficult. It's difficult to put everything on the website, right? It
Well,
probably got so much stock going you
yeah,
know, through
incredible.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they move a lot of pieces,
But you
and
also got to remember, like I want a code 1159 now, like a chronograph. You got to
Mhm.
remember, people will go there, will buy that at the AP store and walk down the street, and they'll figure they'll lose 5 or 6 grand and sell it to them so they can stay on the list for something else, even though AP probably doesn't like that because you're registered. That's what they probably do. And Patek is probably the same thing now, you know. So they get a lot of good. They have a lot of great watches. They have a lot of great stuff. A lot of
yeah,
great.
it's all about the customer base, right? So they have a great customer base that they were able to build over a long period of time. See, this is how you build a business, right? You it's all about returning customers, I think, for
Well, I
European
agree.
watch companies.
I've never heard anything. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about them, and that's pretty big.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly, because they're amazing.
especially in our little circle of ours where everyone is saying bad things about everybody.
Well, there's,
So,
you hear all these gray market dealer horror stories, right?
yeah.
And sometimes even like the
But
best or the
yeah,
closest friends that you know who are gray market dealers, they do some kind of weird shenanigans, and you go
yeah,
like, what the
yeah,
what
I
is
agree.
going
Well,
on? A
I've
European
never,
watch company.
the couple times I bought from European Watch Company and sold, and the couple
Hmm.
times I've bought from 1916 Company and sold, and the couple
Hmm.
times I bought from David SW, um, I've never had a problem. David SW is expensive though. I mean, they are very high, but
Yeah, it's
they do
really high on Rolex.
but they do a great job. And you're buying when you're buying a watch on the secondary market, you're also buying it from that person. You're not only buying the watch, you're buying it from that entity. So you've got to be pretty careful, you know?
That's right. That's right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
so there is a little bit of a premium to be in these little places like those that will back it up. So it's pretty big. It's pretty big, especially if something F's up, you know?
Yeah, and these guys, they always had their customers back. I've never heard
I've never heard
anything of
anything
trouble.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And there's a couple
because it's a
others.
legitimate business operations. They charge like
They,
good value, but
yeah,
they
yeah,
actually take care of the watches, and there's
you
an
know,
after purchase guarantee as well.
yeah. The only thing is, one time I did try to sell a brand new Submariner, no date,
Hmm.
recent 41, because I really didn't
Oh,
want it. I bought it and I sold it, and they were not going to give me a good price. I mean, they were going to give it was a joke, so I took it to
okay.
another place. But anyway, yeah, I flip once
Yeah,
in a while.
no, sometimes, well, if they have too many of certain models,
Yeah,
That's it's just how it
yeah.
is.
But no, they're
They're,
very
they're not
reputable.
gonna.
They're very, very reputable. I mean, incredibly.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah, like
shout out to reputable places. So
exactly, exactly. Yeah, like look at this. They've got a Submariner no date right now available for 11.9.
yeah, that's
That's
about.
the
And
40
what are
mil.
they? What are they around 10 now? 10.5, 9.5, something with tax. I don't know. I still love them.
It's a
I
great
still
watch.
love them.
I think this previous model is, to me, I think it's better than the modern 41 mil.
Okay.
Where is?
I even like the bracelet and everything else on it, and I even like the point, even though it's a clamshell. I even like the clamshell. The thing is, it's just a little bit too big on the back for me, but
Hmm.
for other people, the adjustment's phenomenal on it. It's just a really nice watch. They're tanks, basically. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
if you're gonna
exactly.
have a one and done, that's one that you should consider.
You can really put a bullet through Rolex, and
Yeah,
it's going to
basically,
take
it's
it.
just a
No
tank.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, so check this out. Speaking of Rolex, our friend John, he's got a Substack. Have you heard about this Substack stuff?
No,
You know
I
what
know nothing.
Substack is?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Dude, so basically, it's like a platform for writers. It's like YouTube, but for high quality writing. There's like a really famous author. You know, the guy who exposed uh, that that there was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, I guess, when United States invaded it.
Right. When
He's like really
Cole.
famous for using this platform.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a Reddit sort of deal.
Yeah, no, 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 because Reddit is like a links forum. It's like a big forum, right? And people come
Yeah.
in and contribute, and they make threads. Whereas this is like, imagine YouTube, right? You have a channel, so same thing. Substack, you have a
Yeah.
channel, right? But it's, instead of posting videos, uh, people post writing, and usually they post like high quality writing.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
It makes sense.
okay,
It makes sense. Like articles and stuff.
yeah, like articles. So basically, like
Okay.
independent writing, independent journalism, kind of like that. A lot of independent journalists use this platform. It's
Okay.
incredible stuff. Like if you like reading
Yeah.
and you want to read some stuff, and this platform is also paid for. Like you can become a member, and you have like to get certain articles. They're like behind a paywall, and like if you want to read stuff from your favorite authors,
Yeah.
in news media or in even like fiction or nonfiction, this is the place to kind of go, right? And
Got it. So they'll do
yeah,
articles on topics, and do they do poetry too?
they do everything. So it depends on
Got
the
it.
writer, right? There's
And
different categories.
is there an app for this or no?
That's right. There's an app. You
Okay.
can
And what is it
download the
called?
app,
What is it? What is
Substack.
it? Subs. Okay. Never. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't know it. Okay. So the old guy doesn't
Substack.
know this stuff. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Substack. Incredible, incredible platform for writers. But anyways, our friend John, he's written an article. He's got his own Substack right here. I'm gonna drop the link to his Substack, and he writes on variety of art topics, right? So it says former federal law enforcement agent with nearly 20 years of experience in U.S. government, specializes on border security, immigration, intelligence operations, as well as interviewing and interrogations, right? So he's got a little background there on him. You can see that. You can send him a message. You can subscribe. You can see his like activity. Recently, is 3 days ago, he posted this one, mistakes of war. 4 days ago, previously, he wrote this article on the crown and the crowd, right? Where he kind of analyzes what Rolex does, why it's so successful,
Well,
in
that's
his
cool.
opinion,
Yeah.
right? And I thought it hits at the heart kind of of what Rolex does. especially after attending this year's Watches and Wonders. I thought, oh man, this guy is on point. He's very perceptive in kind of analyzing what's going on. So I thought, hey, maybe we'll give it a read. Maybe I don't want to read the whole thing, but maybe uh, just a few sections here and there, and then you guys can go and read the whole thing and let me know if you agree or not. What do you think? I'll just give you like, let me read this first two paragraphs for you, and you'll see how well written this thing is. Okay,
Okay, and you
and then
put
you
the
let me know.
you put the
Uh,
link in. You got the link in the chat. Okay.
I put the link in the chat to his Substack and to the article so that
Okay.
everybody can go and read it. I'm not the best reader. As people know, I struggle to read the super chats, even the regular chats. I struggle to read. The only thing that I get right is this comment from David N. It's hard. It's hard, Timmy. Thank you, David N. But anyways, look, let me just read this for you, and then you let me know, guys, if I should go on. We'll see. Whether we like it or not, and whether we're willing to admit it, there is only one brand in Swiss luxury watch industry which has become synonymous with the industry itself for both the connoisseur and the commoner. One brand has essentially become the moniker for the entire industry, just as saying "Google it" has become synonymous with "look it up." When it comes to luxury watches, Rolex has managed to become a deity in the industry. Whether you love or hate Rolex, the impact of the brand is undeniable. In 2025, Rolex has become as recognizable as Apple logo or the Nike swoosh, and has managed to consume attention in an effortless way. The Rolex brand is seemingly everywhere while never really oversaturating the senses. It lingers in our collective consciousness the way a faint remnant of the perfume clings to the air long after the person wearing it has left the room. Right? Very powerful, powerful writing here, and he makes a number of claims throughout the article why Rolex, is what it is, whether we like it or not. All right. So let me just read one more part for you. And then if you guys like it, you can let me know and we can continue. Now, before any of you true collectors and diehard watch enthusiasts disagree with this thesis at the onset, consider the heuristic being applied to true and vast brand appeal. To qualify the true appeal and impact of a company or a product, we have to consider both the novice and the master. We must consider both the seasoned and aspiring collectors, the indoctrinated enthusiast, as well as the ignorant bystander. That is why it's called mass appeal. Whether we like it or not, but for any brand, mass appeal does matter. Any successful company and brand wants customers' retention as well as customer creation. However, unlike many of its competitors, Rolex is not looking at the next quarter. Rolex is looking at the next quarter century. People who can afford your products should be competing for it. People who can't afford your product should be lusting after it, and people who don't want your product should at least recognize it. This is so true about Rolex and how they were able to capture people's kind of attention because as most people who watch this particular show, most people who watch it, they're experts. They know all other brands, and they know like on that Rolex. It's great, right? It's great quality product, but compared to some other watches that other brands make, it's not so great. And there's other watches that are far greater than Rolex. But something about Rolex, it makes it special, and it's the way they market their product. They're not selling just a watch; they're selling a feeling. And John makes a number of claims like about the desirability of the product, about the value. of the product and of exclusivity. And Rolex, unlike any other brand, they perfectly balance all the three kind of um, uh, like concepts. So yeah,
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that.
hmm
Very well written. Yeah, interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
really, really well written
Yep.
article. I read it earlier today. It's incredible. I think I might make some comment afterwards, and but maybe you guys read it and we can come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll go through the whole thing. I don't know how. What do you think is the best way to do this, Tim?
Probably let let it let it linger for a day and then come back to it tomorrow.
Okay, so you know what? Let me finish this section before the three claims that he makes, and then tomorrow we can come back and discuss the three main claims of the article.
It's like a homework assignment.
Yeah, it's like a homework assignment. Exactly. There you go. So just to continue here, of course, for those of okay, hold on. Okay, of course, for those of us well versed in the luxury watch market. Many other brands come to mind when we think of Grail watches and high horology. Regardless of, regardless of this fact, it isn't the appeal to the refined user alone which drives brands' market share and appeal. On the contrary, Rolex has positioned its product as a gateway drug and the staple of any collection. The unique impact of Rolex is that even people who know nothing about watches are likely to know what a Rolex is. If you can reside in the consciousness of those who can never afford your product or aren't in the market, aren't you going to eventually end up in the consciousness of those who can? Furthermore, how early does marketing and branding recognition actually start? How many of us knew about Rolex before we ever heard of Vacheron Constantin or Breguet? How many seasoned collectors in the watch community have every major and exclusive brand in their collection except for Rolex? So if people who don't even know about your industry are aware of your company and product, isn't it safe bet that you're doing something right? So what is Rolex doing that is so right? Boom, right there. And so he goes into three main points. And you know what? This is an incredible article for also those who want to build maybe a business of their own, right? Because it like analyzes how to do the business in such a way that you're actually going to be successful, right? It hits at the heart of what people want. So it's interesting stuff. Desirability. It's like it's the first thing. Man, it's such an interesting article. Guys, go read it. I'm gonna put the link to the Substack one more time in the chat. Go in the chat. If you don't have the app, get the app as well. It's an incredible app. Like you can watch some YouTube videos, but sometimes when you're on the train and you wanna so sometimes like written stuff is better than the videos because um, when people make videos, they've kind of um, they do certain stuff where it's just to keep your attention. There's like a lot of nonsense and fucking bullshit in there, but nothing can beat a really well written article when it comes to information. Like if you just want to pass on information, it's the best, right? So yeah, there you go. Check it out, guys, and let's. And then tomorrow we'll go back. We'll come back to the article and we'll finish it, and we'll talk about the 3 points. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. Tim, do you know who Rory
Yeah, I'm
McIlroy
not
is?
good. I don't know if I should have popped that. Yeah, I do actually. I don't
You
know him
do?
personally, but I do know everything. I know a lot. Yeah, so I'm very excited that he won. We were Johnny O mentioned it while uh, you you were streaming on
Uh-huh.
Sunday that he won the Masters. It's a big deal, you know.
Yeah, I remember, but I don't know anything about golf or Masters.
It's
You
the it's
wanna give me a
it's it's the
little bit
it's
background?
the it's the golfing tournament of it's one of the it's the golf in my opinion it's the golfing tournament of the world. There are others, but it's the one. It happens every April, and basically it's the start of my golfing season because since I really live in the Northeast, not in Florida or Tennessee or Georgia, we won't
Mhm.
even mention this club. But uh, it's really the beginning of the season. It's a gorgeous place. It's absolutely a gorgeous place. That's all I'll say about the club. But I mean, he really deserved it. He had some ups and downs. He's always been a great golfer. Um, uh, he's had some ups and downs personally. He was having an affair with the one of the announcers. I guess
Oh
he's back.
yeah, nice. Nice.
Huh? Nah,
Nice.
yeah, whatever. But I mean, I don't know if he's together, but he was with his wife. He was with his wife. He was with his wife during this, during the celebration. I think.
Mhm.
But I mean, he's had a lot of ups.
Yes, I
But
think there
he's really,
is that his wife with the
yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's really talented. But he was doing with the announcer one of the golfing announcers, really attractive, obviously. And I'm glad he's with his daughter and his family again. So
what
there's
does
no,
it mean he had an affair? Is it like
they
how far did it go? I mean,
it went
what
pretty.
is
I
the
mean, you can
definition?
go. I mean, I don't
Oh,
want
you
to.
can
I don't want
Google
to
it.
smudge him too
Okay.
much, but you can
Okay. Yeah.
Google
Let's not.
it.
Look,
You
it
can.
is what it is.
It is what it
It,
is. It happens every. It
Dude,
happens.
it's just what happens to the guys who are at the top of their league. There's all these women that start to coming
Yeah.
on to them, and it's hard to resist. I don't blame the guy, right? Look at Tiger
No,
Woods.
no.
He
Anyway,
turned into a
he's a good looking guy. I mean, I'm not.
he's a great
He's
looking
a
dude.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's Scottish and everything else, so he's got a nice
Hmm.
accent. And he's lost a few times in this tournament, but he's won a lot. So he's in other tournaments, and
Hmm.
so I'm very happy for him, and I'm happy for a lot of people that have won this tournament.
Hmm.
Because they've had their ups and downs. So he's matured. I mean, I don't know how old he is now. He's probably in his 40s, early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, probably because I see some gray on his side. And he's basically, one of the unsung heroes of golf. But he's great. He's a great golfer. I'm very happy that he won. Johnny O, shout out to Johnny O. I was on the stream and you mentioned it while I was on your stream on when you came back on Sunday.
Yeah.
I typically would watch it. I would never go to it because it was too crowded. But just
Oh,
to say,
really?
I
So
just know
it takes place at the same golfing club
location.
every single year.
It's Augusta, Georgia. Basically, it's the national
Oh,
tournament, and it's. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about it. I've got to be careful.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
Irish. I'm sorry, he's Irish.
and it takes place on the same golfing, like,
Same time. It's usually around the 10th to the 15th or the 8th or the 15th of April, and
uh-huh.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So my kudos to him, and my kudos to
Okay.
people at the club. Let's just put it that way. And anyway, it's it's a special place. And when you go there, you go there and you can spend the night. You bring your boys or you bring your girlfriend or whatever. They have huts or they have cabins, and you can stay there and they treat you like royalty, like you were when you were in Mayfair, like 24/7. And it's a
Mhm.
who's who list that belongs there, and it's really exclusive.
And
So
it takes place on the same golf course, right?
correct.
Every single year,
Unlike
right? Uh-huh.
Unlike other golf courses. Yeah.
You mean like other golf tournaments?
Tournaments, correct. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's the
Bob,
same.
in New York City, I think you can guess what it's regarding. What I've got to be careful about.
Okay.
Anyway, it's pretty nice.
Okay.
I
So
didn't
just
realize you were
looking here.
going. I didn't realize you were going into this today, but I should have known with the picture. It's really nice.
Yeah. No, I look. I just figured it's a speedy Tuesday, and it just so happens
And shout out to
that
TaylorMade. Shout out to TaylorMade golf clubs because that's what he uses, and that's, in my opinion, the Rolex of golf clubs. So shout out to
TaylorMade.
Taylor. Yeah, they're from San Diego area. The shafts and stuff are funny. The shafts are made in like China, so that's going to be interesting how that works. So they're produced or made in like Mexico, but they're at
Oh,
they're in the San Diego area. They got a you go there, you can get fitted and everything else in San Diego. It's a gorgeous place.
Bala says it's like the Wimbledon of tennis.
Yeah, yes, exactly correct.
So
Interesting,
let's
huh?
see here. John Doe actually says he's a Belfast man, born and bred. Wow, just like Red Shovel. And the greatest golf contest in the world, played on the same course year after year. So how do you really win it? You have to play a lot on that course, no? The more you
Yeah, you
play
got to
on
be
that
good.
course.
Believe it or not, there is skill. There is a lot of skill to golf. So where they start on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and then they get eliminated. You make a cut. So
Mhm.
then during the weekend you play. You keep on going. So sometimes you don't make the cut. So that's just the hardest part. It's long. You have to walk the course. You have a caddy, but you got to walk the course. There's no carts. So
Real. No, that's
18 holes.
nice.
Huh? Yeah,
That's
believe it or not,
nice.
it can get tiring. When I walk,
Yeah.
I
It's an
can't go.
endurance run.
Yeah, exactly correct.
Tim G, he's Irish. He
Yeah, I
comes
knew
from
that. I knew that. I'm
Hollywood.
sorry. Yeah.
Holy shit, same town as Nico lives in. Incredible. Same I guess same town as Red Shovel then, right?
Okay,
And
I did
he's
not
only
know.
35? He's
I did not.
35?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
did not
telling
know
me?
it was. I did not know he was 35. I thought it was in his late 30s, early 40s. But okay,
Mhm.
but good for him. He's at his prime. Basically, he's at his prime, and he's had some ups and downs.
Greatest golfer in the world post Tiger Woods era, says John Doe.
I would agree. I would agree with that. He just never won this tournament, so it's a pretty big deal.
Oh, okay, so it's the first time for him.
He's won so much. I mean, he's won so much.
Mhm.
He's actually a really good guy. I was surprised when I was surprised. Now I'm just looking at your front page picture that you posted for this stream that he was
Uh-huh.
wearing a Snoopy, but I guess he was. So Omega,
That's right. Yes, yes, he was. So there's
Omega
images here. And by the way, his wife was wearing an AP Lady Nautilus. She's wearing. You look here. Look. Let me zoom it in. This is quite an incredible image. Okay, so hold on. Let me do a few zooms here. Okay, we'll take a look at what's going on here in the image. By the way, he has the same taste in women as you
oh,
because
we won't get it.
huh?
We
His
won't
wife
get
looks
into that.
very similar to a
That is my taste.
yeah. So there you go. You can see under the wrist, a silver Snoopy of all the watches. Very peculiar choice. So my guess, Grand Slam is not sponsored by Rolex, or is it? Is it like in the
No, you're talking about the Masters.
yeah the Masters? Sorry.
That's an interesting thing because golf is sponsored by Rolex. The That's interesting.
Right.
I don't know how Omega pulled that off because Tiger Woods is all Rolex all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know how he pulled that off. And now after you're thinking about it, I don't know how they pulled it because maybe they can go against the. Maybe they can go against the PGA, which is the golfing. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
You think they're in the
Random,
PGA?
random.
Yeah.
But he's got a Nike shirt and he looks like he's got Peter Millar pants, so it's all set.
Oh, Peter Millar, that's the one you were talking
Yeah,
to me about. And what about that belt? That's a very interesting belt there.
that looks like a Peter Millar belt too.
Ah, okay. So here, let me zoom it in again. Boom, there you go. It's blue. Blue strap matches his blue shirt. I mean, there's a possibility that he just wore it because it matched his outfit. Like he
No,
just
he got
might
paid.
be a fan.
Timmy, he got paid for that. He
I think it was,
definitely.
but why Snoopy? That's a weird choice of a watch to wear at a
I don't know.
golfing tournament
I sort of like it.
or post golfing tournament.
Okay, so in the chat, it's Theo. I'm sorry, Theo. In the last chat, he's a spokesman for Omega. Okay, I didn't know that.
Holy shit! Really?
I did not know that. Okay,
Mm,
that makes sense though.
okay, fair enough. That's great. Listen, Omega is a great brand. Probably third brand, third most popular brand right now in the world, right? Because they lost to Cartier,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like
actually
2 years
believe it or
ago.
not, I actually like that. I actually
Oh,
like
it
that.
looks fantastic on him, right? The blue shirt
What
matches
is
the
that?
blue strap.
Is that a 42 millimeter? Or is that I forget. Is that a
It's a
42?
42, yeah.
And
It's
then how
slightly
about
thicker than the standard one
why is that?
because it has the Snoopy module on the
In the
back.
back, oh, on the back.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so that's the one where the Snoopy is rotating around the moon or whatever, the Earth or whatever.
That's
Interesting.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got like when you run the chronograph, after a certain number of seconds, you can
Very smart
the
idea, by the way.
Snoopy comes out. Yeah. It is very cool. It's the
Hey,
first silver Snoopy with that type of like a very unique module
it's a
to
good
be honest.
looking watch. It's a good looking watch. It's a good looking watch on him. And all due
Mhm.
respect, I mean, I'm not trying to like hit on him or anything, but it's a good
Yeah.
looking watch on him. You know.
No. Exactly. We're straight guys over here, but if I was gay, I would be all over this guy.
You know,
You know what I mean?
I'd be all over his wife, but that's
Yeah.
beside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Love. Look, she's not my type, to be honest.
She's my type.
I
She is
Yeah,
my type.
she's more of your type.
It's funny that
I
you
I
can peg that
appreciate.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the look. She's very pretty,
Yeah.
and their daughter looks to be very pretty
Yeah,
as
so they're
well.
back together. That's all I know. All right. There was like
Yeah.
some sort of hitch. I thought they were going divorced. I don't know. And then I sort of lost track because my mind's been all over the place. So I don't know what actually happened, but good for him. I'm very happy for him. Because this one was the tournament that sort of got away from him. And once you win this anyway,
Uh huh.
you're kingpin anyway. So it doesn't make a difference. Some people have won this 3 or 4 times, twice, which is really hard. You know?
Yes, I think I was watching a Hodinky talking watches video with like a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Let me see here. Let's do Hodinky.
Well, Tom mentioned it. Tom in the chat mentioned it. He's the sixth man that has won all 4 opens, and that's a big deal. So he's won other tournaments. So that's a really big deal. It's really hard to do. It's interesting too. So there's another. So there's the PGA, and then what happened was this other organization, which was
Who's
started by
this guy?
the Arabs. That's Jack Nicholson.
Yes. And
Nicholas.
what did he win?
He's won everything.
He's
He's
won
a
everything as
great
well.
golfer. When I was a kid, I asked him for his autograph, and he was the only person that said no.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
So to this day, I don't like him. Okay.
Aw.
When I was a kid, I was like 12. All right.
That's weird. Why did he say no? What do you think?
I maybe I don't know. Bad hair day. Yeah, wife got pissed off. Kids, pissed him off.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
had a
know.
bad day.
He had a bad day. All right.
By the way, Watchaholic says it's 55th Snoopy anniversary. Snoopy number 4 will be released later this year. There's a big possibility of that. And also, sorry for interrupting you, Tim.
No,
We
no,
could,
that's all right. So they were real quickly going back to the golf
uh-huh.
deal, real quick, just a quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
there's the PGA, which is really this tournament, and it's really the grand dam of organizations for golf. What happened was, uh, what is it? Saudi Arabia started their own golf league under LIV, and it's a lot easier. So what they did was they poached a lot of these great old players
Yeah.
play golf, and they paid them big money. You don't have to work as hard. You only play like a couple tournaments or 2 tournaments. They're trying to combine now the two.
Promoted.
Yeah. So they're trying to combine the two. So Trump's golf courses were, a lot of them, like the one in Doral, Florida, and whatnot, were LIV sponsored. So they just recently sponsored an LIV, but they didn't get along. And some of the players, similar to like our community that split, are pissed off, of this and that. So they had their little spats, let's just say, like the community.
Yeah.
They had a splitting up some of the
The
organizations.
golf community. There was a split of the golf
split.
community.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're trying to put it together. They're trying.
Holy shit. It's not unique. But dude, at least there it matters. Like that's one of those things where
I guess
big
so.
money's on the line. Dude, I get it.
I
When people are being paid millions of
Well,
dollars,
that,
right?
like Phil Mickelson, who's who I really like, who has supposedly a lot of gambling issues, but who knows?
Oh.
I really like him a lot, and he's at Torrey Pines. He lives where TaylorMade is. Torrey Pines is in San Diego.
Mhm.
It's 2 hours from Sean, down near San Diego area, or 3 hours depending on traffic, 4 hours. But anyway, long story short, they split, but Trump is trying to put them back together again. And LIV has a ton of money because it's all Saudi Arabia dough.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's all America dough, right? We get their
well,
oil.
yeah, or the
We
world
give them the
dough.
money.
Yeah, but the world dough. But anyway,
Yeah, or
so
the world. The world dough.
they poached all these high-end, old school, old time, and I give Tiger Woods a lot of
What do
credit.
they play in the desert? I don't get it.
No. Believe it or not, they play in the same sort of golf courses like around the United States, Europe, wherever. But it's just a different league. It's a different league. And there was a spat between the two golf organizations. Okay, similar to what happened, with what happened last year or 2 years ago or whatever, under Watch the Wonders.
These golf courses in Saudi Arabia look sick.
Well,
holy shit.
Well, it's interesting. Like in Arizona, the golf course, when you go there, like you go to the Boulders or something like that, the golf courses there, they don't have that much green because they can only water certain areas. So it's not as lush as like the Georgia area in Augusta is almost about 100 miles at the end of the Appalachian Mountains. So it gets very, very green there. It's very green. So there's not that many green areas like Arizona, because it's very just to water them is costly.
Right. So, it's just a big. Yeah,
and golf is big in Asia too. But the thing is that they just don't have the space. Like in Japan and stuff, they just don't really have the space. So
exactly, and it's got to be hot.
Look how green it is there.
Yeah.
And then look in the back, you see how deserty it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what makes Scotland and Ireland and all those places so beautiful, and like areas of the Northeast, but the winters are just so cold, is that you have these natural terrains. So you have these gorgeous links courses. So So long story short, some of these golf courses are just gorgeous, literally gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like some of the stuff that they do in Dubai and I guess Saudi Arabia is kind of so backwards because they're trying to copy like golf, right? Like that's not a natural
Oh,
sport for that environment. Why can't they just do
yeah, but they're doing it
or
outside the
focus
world.
on the sport, or they're
It's
doing it in the addition to, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it. They do it outside. You travel to these locations. So
Mhm.
before this Masters tournament, I don't know where it was. It in Florida or someplace. You travel every week or so or whatever. But you win the Masters. That's like a big effing deal. That's
Right.
you're basically king for life. You know,
Wow.
and then you become members of that golf course, and we won't get into that either. But
And then
that's a
you
big.
get a lifetime membership for
You get
winning?
a lifetime membership. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and you
Interesting.
get a
Yeah,
nice.
those memberships are
Yeah,
expensive.
you get a
And
nice
to
man.
even win it, he probably had to spend shit ton of money just practicing, right? He had probably had to play to win that golf course. You probably have to play every single day for a year in order to master the whatever the terrain,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
Yeah, they're naturally gifted though. I've seen these guys play. They're just naturally gifted.
And they're on the next level, right?
Yeah, it's a God-given talent. Hey, believe it or
Yeah.
not, there really is a talent to this.
There
So
had no
everything,
every
everything. Correct.
thing has a talent, but also like different people they have different advantages in skill. Like maybe this is just something that naturally comes to him, but just because something comes naturally to you doesn't mean you're going to be best at it. You then also have to spend your entire life honing that skill, right?
Correct.
You have to pick one
So
thing and just do it for your whole
so
life, and only then. And if you're naturally good at it, and then if you spend your whole life mastering the skill, maybe you can become top, 1,000 in, or
that,
top
well, the interesting the difference
10,000 in that
the difference between
field.
golf and tennis is that you can be top 100 or 200 in golf and you can still make a lot of money. A lot. I mean,
Right.
like seven figures with sponsorship.
Really?
In tennis, if you're 100 in tennis, you're
Yeah.
still a journeyman. You've got to be top like 20 to make some serious dough.
Mm.
All right. So, and it's a completely different deal. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. Now, granted, I think for women's sports, tennis is probably the best to making money. Usually they're younger and they can probably you can make money as a late teenager in your 20s. Women develop quicker than men do. So, in physical and everything else. So, you see a lot of champions at the opens or the four opens in tennis, like
Mhm.
21, 24, 26. Men develop at like 26 to 30. I mean, because they develop their bodies now and everything else. But this
Yeah.
guy who started the physique thing with golf is more or less is Tiger Woods. And they had to change
Wow.
some things on the Masters. They had to change like some distances on some of the holes because some of
Really?
these guys could just crank them. And they can because they got the land and it's just gorgeous there. It's literally gorgeous. So
Okay. So they
it's
ever so slightly tweak all the courses so that
yeah,
the
yeah. Some of the older links courses like you have in New England, and some of the other link courses that you have like in Chicago that were Seth Rayner's or they're
Mhm.
architects. It's like who's our guy that everyone copies now and watches. Fuck. Who's the guy that did the Royal Oak?
Gerald Genta.
Thank you. So there's a couple of them like Seth
Ah,
Rayner, who's like
golf course designers.
designers back in the 1920s, in America, 1920s, 19. Donald Ross is another one, and
Yeah.
basically they're like the gods of golf courses. So I look at that. I look at when I play who's designed the course. Granted, there's some great ones now, like Fazio is a great one,
And have
Um,
you ever played at this Masters course?
I won't get into it. Okay, won't
Okay.
get into that. This is because this isn't.
No.
It will
And
just go.
is it designed by the Gel Genta?
Yeah. Yes. Pretty much. By
Ah, okay.
three jail
It's
gentas.
pretty.
Like
It's a fun course to
Pebble
play.
Beach. Pebble Beach was Seth Rayner that he died at an early age, 35. He was
Wow.
basically a civil engineer, but Pebble Beach was one, and there's a bunch in New England, and one down in Florida, Seminole, and there's one way up in Chicago and stuff that are just real precious. Their golf courses are just precious. So anyway,
Gotcha. Yeah, no, golf
good
is
for
a
him. Good
really
for
good sport.
yeah, good for
Very
good.
healthy for you.
Yeah, very very healthy. It's good when you're old age because you can walk. Yeah, I mean if you
Mhm.
walk, if you
Yeah, did
take the
you see some of these retirement communities? They're built around golf
you know,
courses.
Magic City lives in a. I won't dox him where I know where he is, but Magic City lives in a great spot for where his house and everything is right there, you know. And
For the golf.
he just walks. He rolls out of bed and he can play golf with his
Mm,
wife or with the other, whatever, you know. So shout out to
pretty
Magic
cool.
City.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool thing. Let's take a look here very quickly at the check this out. Rory McIlroy Omega Speedmaster in full gold. Holy shit. Now I'm not sure. Let's see. What's the limited edition? How limited is this piece? See, looking at the back, 100 meters water resistance. It's the coaxial. Let's see, Speedmaster 57 gold. It doesn't say how limited it is, to be honest. And it's got these star designs
That's your
on the
dancer.
sub.
That's your dancer right there.
Solid gold dancer. That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who started that? I mean, come on. I mean, this is a gold watch. Who
How you get
started
once the thing is
huh?
it's
It's
like a
so annoying.
disease. Once you
Yeah,
start saying it, you can't stop saying it.
well, once Red got it, then everyone's wants a dancer now. Red started.
Everyone wants a solid gold dancer. It's a
Actually,
great meme.
they're a little bit too blingy for me, but on Red it looks really good. You know.
Red got the really nice one because it's
Also, it
actually
fits his wrist.
more toned down than the two-tone one that he had before.
Yeah, absolutely,
Got the
absolutely.
rose gold solid gold dancer.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I prefer the platinum. I prefer the stealth sort of thing, but that's or the
Platinum
white
gold
gold or the white
platinum
gold
dancer.
or the white gold. Get the white gold complete. Like
A
you said,
white
like you
gold
mentioned,
dancer.
what was that Submariner? The Submariner with the blue dial. What do you call that? The blueberry?
The bluesy.
The bluesy. This
Or
is
you
not
talking
that
about
blue.
the blue
No,
bezel white gold?
no, I'm talking about all white gold, blue bezel. Yeah. What
Oh,
is that?
there's a
Blueberry.
blueberry or
That's it.
the Cookie Monster.
That's what I would get. You can get that for $32,000,
Those are
33,000.
cheap. They've dropped
And you know
like a
what?
rock on the gray
And
market.
gold is at like 3,200 an ounce right now. So
Is it?
that's the thing with precious metal. I have a beef about at a certain price. Yeah, 32.46.
Wow, the price the
Yeah,
gold is still going up.
yeah,
Fuck me.
stability.
Yeah. Look at
So
this past 5 days. In
yeah,
past 5 days, it jumped
yeah. You know,
$250.
for 10 years it was
Holy
stuck.
shit.
Yeah, but for 10 years it was stuck in the mud. But now it's gone up. Correct. It's gonna
Yeah.
probably keep on
Yeah,
going
because
up.
the stock market is all over the place. It's kind and
Yeah, well, that's
the gold, people just say,
look.
forget about this Bitcoin. Let's see, where's the Bitcoin?
Oh, Bitcoin's like 84,000. See?
Oh shit. Okay, it dropped. It
Uh,
went to 86 and now
yeah.
dropped to 84. Yeah, it's a mess. Bitcoin as well. Let's see.
It's all over, but
1 month. Yeah,
you gotta be the young bucks that trade this
yeah,
every day. That's how you make money
yeah,
on that. Because there's too much volatility in Bitcoin. It's like
yeah.
all the cryptos
Dude, you got to be watching the price of Bitcoin
all
like
day.
actively all
Right.
day. Yeah,
You sit in the Bahamas or some Caribbean island and you watch it. That's how you deal with that.
yeah.
You make money
Day
on the
traders.
you make money on the beach. You know,
They
that's how
make a
you.
lot of money actually.
They do. Well, they do. They actually do. The ones that, yeah, they do actually. I'm not into it, but people do make money on it.
Yeah. It's a great way. It's a great way to make money. Well, and then some of those countries that they go to, they don't have the fees
Portugal
that
was,
you have to pay.
yeah, Portugal was one. So a lot of people gave up their U.S. citizenship and went to Portugal. Now I don't know. I think it's
Uh huh.
changed just recently or something.
Really?
People have left to go to Portugal, and then also some areas of the Caribbean too. You can trade without taxes. I don't know how it works. I don't
Because there's a fee, right? When you sell the stock, if you made money on it, you have to pay like a 15% tax.
know. You're right. And there's some countries that don't do that. But
Right. Exactly.
is it worth getting rid of your citizenship for that? I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'd rather have the military behind me. That's all.
Yeah,
People
it
think,
is. It's tricky, but I guess if you got like millions, then it doesn't really matter, right? You can just go whatever.
yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna get it. Whatever. Yeah.
Is it? Do
Hey,
you have to get rid of your citizenship, or you're just doing it under a different citizenship?
no, they give up their citizenship so they don't pay the tax when they arbitrage or when they go, when they play the dip or the spike.
No, but
So,
you can have double citizenship. You
oh yeah,
could
you
be
can
work.
have. So, by the way, Trump is going to probably try to get rid of that within the next 2 years.
What?
You're either going to be U.S. citizen or you're not or you're nothing. They're going
Really?
to they're going to really clamp down on that. Yeah,
Double on double citizenships?
yeah. I knew a person that had three citizenships. They had a U.S. citizenship. They had an Armenian citizenship, and then they had
Hmm.
a Russian citizenship. They had
Hmm.
three passports.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But he's doing the golden passport where you pay 5 million.
Yeah,
Is
well,
that still on? Is it
that's
happening
that's
or?
a genius. That's a genius idea because you get these combranos that are just geniuses at these schools,
Mhm,
and basically they have a skill that no one else has, that no one really has. They're like mini Einsteins,
mhm.
and what it does is these companies then can spend money
Like
to keep
5 million to get them into the country and just make
you
them
5 million,
citizens.
and then you have to sign a contract that they want to be in the country because you live in the United States where you're going to live high in the hog if you're that smart, probably some PhD level, and
Yeah,
and I and these tech firms really need that sort of
to make
people
those the AI bots.
make the AI bots here to take over the
Stuff is
world.
tricky.
That's kind of sick. You pretty soon you'll be able to have your spouse and everything else through AI. Think about that.
AI spouse.
AI spouse, AI everything.
Oh man, I don't think I could. But the roommate gave me such a headache earlier today. It's not. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Because
that's part of the trade. That's just part of the trade.
yeah,
Talking to women.
yeah. I spent the whole day, and it's just like not happy with anything. It's these
But
women, they're
she's got
never
she's
happy.
got she's got 5 days off, right? She's off today, right?
Yeah, that was the last day off
Oh, so what
for
did you
her.
guys do today?
We went and had lunch
Okay.
at this very strange Chinese soup place. Check it out. I was wearing the Daytona
Was that
uh,
Brooklyn or is that Queens?
in Brooklyn. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a new place. It's called Hungry Panda, I think. I think from what I remember, and it was very weird. I had the cucumbers with peanuts and this green sauce. It was delicious, and this strange soup with chicken and some fish, lots of mushrooms. You can see it. Weird, weird
What
stuff.
part,
I've
what,
never had
part,
anything like this.
what part of Brooklyn was that?
86th Street, underneath the train track, where John Travolta does that intro for "Staying Alive, Staying
Oh,
Alive."
okay. I didn't know that, but okay. All right.
Yeah. It's a new place, just opened up because we wanted to get some Vietnamese, but apparently they're not operating on Fridays. Very weird.
Have you tried that sushi place, the McDonald's sushi place?
Actually, Sean tried it on the live stream. He had
Yeah.
like 8 dishes. The
They
5
got,
were
they
okay and 2 were a miss.
okay,
But
interesting. Okay.
yeah,
Did he like
it's a
it?
little
Did
bit
he?
far away.
I thought it was amazing because you're getting rid of like all help. Okay.
Yeah, dude,
I'll-
I'll eat anything. The thing is, I'm not picky. I'll fucking eat anything. I couldn't care less. But Sean, he's he's a classier guy. He doesn't have to just everything. So like returned 2 or like left 2 because it was just too much rice and not
okay.
enough sushi. But
Interesting.
the thing
I like
is, it's like you
it.
go there again and you know what not to get, what you don't like, right?
Yeah.
And then you just get the stuff that you like.
It's a great concept because it's on a conveyor belt. Believe it or not, you end up spending a lot more money, even though everything is like the same price. You end
Mhm.
up spending because you get like 12 dishes. So
'Cause you wanna
so
experiment.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's cool stuff.
That looks
I
that
wanna
looks okay.
explore trying.
That looks okay.
Looks
Okay,
weird, right?
it
It's
looks okay.
different.
What's
It's
what's the green what's the green stuff in the little bowl?
it's cucumbers with green sauce and peanuts. And the green sauce was perfect. 'Cause soup was hot as fuck, by the way. It was
That's
scalding, which
And then
actually is kinda cool because you can't eat it fast.
okay, so
Which is
in the main bowl that's cabbage, that's
cabbage, chicken,
oh, that's
mushrooms.
chicken. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that was chicken with the skin out. What's up, roommate? Roommate, you don't recommend? You didn't like it? And it was corn. See, the roommate had the mushroom soup.
Is that
Lots
Chi-
of mushroom.
is that Chinese? Well, that looks okay. It looks
Chinese place. Yeah.
yeah.
Here, I'll pull it up. 1 second. Give me a second. Google Maps.
I mean, no offense to my Chinese food, which I love, but it's usually there's a ton of sodium in Chinese food. Ton.
Damn, Hungry Panda. No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
okay. It's
What was
kind
the
of
name of the place, roommate? Okay, I'll find it. I think it was next to
how did you find it?
uh, let's just put Chinese. Oh, we just walked by it. Chinese
Okay.
soup. I'll just put like that. Chinese soup, and that should. I think that's it. Is that the? Is that the place? No, that's not it. Okay, hold on. Next to, you see, there's this chopsticks. We went past the chopsticks. I think this is the one. Hold on a second. Let's see inside.
It looks pretty good.
That looks like my soup right there.
It does. It looks
Isn't
pretty
that?
good to me.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the place. Yeah. So a lot of strange stuff. Like, what the fuck is this?
It looks
See
pretty.
that?
Oh, that's a little off, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. And they have. Oh, that's the cucumbers.
Yeah, that
That
that looks pretty good. That looks good.
look really good. That's highly. I recommend the cucumber. I would just eat those cucumbers alone whole day long.
That's all. You need a couple dishes of that, and that's fine. What is
Yeah,
that?
there's some kind of dumplings there, also with peanuts. There you can see some of the side dishes they have, little French
So they got
fries.
French fries, so that's real Chinese, but that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, they had French fries. Sometimes kids, that's the only thing they
Yeah, I
eat.
understand. I understand.
I don't know what the heck that is. They had the balls. I didn't
Oh,
have
they
the
got
ball. That's the
matzo. They
place
got
that it
matzo
looks like
balls.
outside. Is that matzo balls? You
Yeah,
think
that's
so?
what it
They
looks.
looks
That's what it looks like. Sort of a
kind
matzo
of rice
ball with
balls.
sesame seed.
And they had these are stone mushrooms. Apparently, roommate said.
Okay.
They grow on the stone. Questionable stuff. There's also they had this tomato soup. So the tomato base, you get like a whole tomato inside,
So
sliced up.
this is gonna be interesting. So some of these ingredients come from overseas on Asia or China or whatever. All this stuff is gonna be limited or more expensive because of the tariffs, if it ever happens.
Right, right. Because the like those weird mushrooms, they
Yeah, those
probably
mushrooms.
import
Yeah,
this stuff.
you see them. They look like barnacles on a.
Yeah.
They look
Oh,
like
it looks
barnacles on
nasty.
a thinking ship or a boat.
Yeah, they actually don't have that much flavor. It's like
Oh, I
eating.
believe that.
They're crispy, but like they're completely flavorless.
I would try it once.
Yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I would have it a second time. I was full to the
Yeah,
brim because the thing is, it's so fucking hot. They bring it to you. It's boiling. I don't even
mm,
know how
good,
they're like. Look at this.
good.
They bring it to you like this. It is the soup is boiling.
It's a liability. It's like the McDonald's coffee that spilt on the woman's lap, and she sued McDonald's and made a fortune.
Exact. Damn, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, how are they taking such a risk that they won't get sued? But they, you know what? They figured just roll the dice and see what happens. But yeah, I'll definitely try again. And you know what? You want to know how much that soup cost?
That soup
What do
was
you
probably
think? What do you think? Here, look. This is what we
eight
ordered.
$7.50.
Here, check this out. Right here. Boom. Two soups. And the side of cucumbers. And you know what? They serve you complimentary either water or tea.
$42 total.
Oh, dude, I think you're exactly on the money. Yeah, because the soups are $17, and I think this was like $5
Yeah,
plus 20% tip. It was like 40. How much was it? 40 something. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
expensive, but you know what?
Never liked Chinese food until I moved to Chicago, and
Hmm.
basically, then I started to eat everything, and because they had such a foodie city. So when I moved back to the Northeast, it was all English and Irish, so the condiments were only ketchup, mustard, and salt. But now they've improved it. Boston's definitely improved now. But Miami has great food. Miami's got great food.
You
But
know
New
what
York,
I think this stuff is right
yeah,
here?
yeah.
I think this is intestine.
I don't know what that is. I wouldn't
Yeah,
eat
I
it
think it's
unless I knew what
intestine.
it was. Timmy, I wouldn't eat that unless
Look
I
at
knew.
that. What the fuck could that be? That's the thing with the Chinese food. They use a lot of strange stuff. Like other parts of the
Well,
cow
we always
or
had a
whatever
running,
that are non-standard.
yeah, we always had a running joke, like when you're in Chinatown in San Francisco or
Uh-huh.
even New York or even wherever, and they'd have one kitchen and basically then they would just go to all the other, they just go to all
Oh,
the restaurants and serve you. So
this is
anyway,
definitely pork intestine right here.
okay, I don't know if I would touch that.
Right, exactly. But yeah, what do you do? What do you
What
do?
do
You
you do?
just throw it out?
The dumplings look good. Those steamed dumplings look really good. They just
Yeah. Yeah, the steamed dumplings were really nice.
French
The
French fries look like something right out of McDonald's, so that's good.
Mhm. And I think I would try I wanna try their tomato soup now. They have it with, like, regular beef. The whole intestine stuff, I'm not
So it's called
too keen on.
Jill Bei Chung noodles.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Interesting place.
well,
Very, very
very
weird, very
authentic.
different. Yeah. Authentic, exactly. And, kind of, on the affordable-ish side.
So Timmy, Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson, that guy there, the old
Yeah.
guy with the douchebag that never gave me an autograph. He's a Rolex. He's a Rolex wearer. He usually wears a president watch.
You know what? That's actually his only watch,
Oh, okay, there you go.
believe it or
I
not.
didn't know
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but he's a Rolex guy.
In this Hodinky talking watches, they talk about, they talk to him about the watch. That's the
That's
only watch he had.
that's all you need.
See? Right there. Boom. He's a winner. So he's winning winner's watch.
Is he a 30? Is that a 36?
36 mil. He doesn't need the 40, right? He's got the championship, right? He's not like
I think he's won
not
it like
trying
4 times.
to.
I think he's won it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I think he. What did he
I'm
win?
not a fan. I'm not a fan of him because he never gave me an autograph. So I never liked him.
Right.
So whatever. I mean, at 12 years old. I mean, I was 12 years old. I mean, come on. Anyway,
Only yeah. Only 12 years old and he wouldn't give you
effing
an
autograph.
autograph. Very sad.
Very
Very
sad.
sad that he didn't do that. Yeah. Why yeah, probably bad day. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was wearing this day date. It probably has an incredible story. He auctioned it off later after this episode launched and it sold for $1.1 million for charity.
Okay. So Double D says he's 5 times Masters champion. So that's a big deal.
Oh, Masters. Is that the
Yeah,
is what
Augusta.
Rory won?
Yes.
Holy
That's,
shit! So this guy won it 5 times. You think Rory is going to try to beat him? So
no,
Rory got one.
I don't think he'll get 5 times. I think even like Tiger Woods until he went off the rails a little bit. I
Mhm.
think Tiger Woods won it 3 or 4 times. So anyway,
How many times did Tiger Woods win Masters?
3 or 4. I think he's right under Jack Nicholson. I think so.
3 or
Someone
4.
correct me in the chat.
Wow. Oh shit! No, Double D said 6 times.
Also, I mean, not at different times. Then different times. So
Different. Well,
the
yeah,
competition was.
yeah. I
And
mean,
that's
look at this. Look at some of this old
I'm
footage
not
right
trying to be
there.
mean, but the competition was.
Yeah,
See, look at his body. He's got a dad's bod.
yeah.
Okay,
He looks like me with the
okay.
gut.
You couldn't do that today. Oh yeah, you
No,
could. You could. There
you
daily
could.
has daily drinks and smokes while he plays. You could do that today, but it's highly okay. Tiger Woods 5 times. Okay, there's this. But basically, most athletes couldn't be like that. There used to be tennis players that used to smoke when they were changing sides.
Oh, that's funny, but very true. Very true. It's now because of like how seriously people take this. They've got computers micro analyzing every strategy, right? They use AI to help kind of like select the
Exactly.
perfect club or the perfect
Exactly.
whatever, the perfect strategy for every tournament. So it's so much more competitive.
So Hamas
Um,
Carpenter, I agree with you in the chat. Tiger would have won more if he wasn't screwing around with whores and stuff. But anyway, every to each their own.
oh damn! Dear Artifact says it's no mistake that Rory was wearing a Snoopy when he received his green jacket. The next Snoopy is coming April 17th.
There you go.
Really? It's 2 days away. Why not April 15th? Because today is uh Snoopy Speedy Tuesday, or is it like the April 17th is some kind of a Snoopy anniversary, like it's a special day in Snoopy verse, or like a Speedmaster's Snoopy verse.
That's true. Hey, JBB, that's true too. So they have superior equipment now. The irons
Mhm,
and the drivers that they use, or the driver when you tee off, or you can use an
mhm.
iron depending on the hole. But basically, the equipment is superior today. It's like tennis. The equipment is superior in tennis also.
There's
Superior.
also probably more competition. There's more
There's about
people.
5 or 6. Believe it or not, Nike pulled out of the golf. They used to be in clubs and golf balls, and they pulled out around 8, 10 years ago. If Nike did that, that was a big deal. So it's TaylorMade, it's Cleveland, it's Ping. There's a few others similar to watches. There's a lot of watch brands, right?
Mm. Uh, John Doe says Nicholas has won more majors than everyone, but more
Yeah, I,
competition.
I, I. That is
But
that
not
is
more competitions. He uses energy to play in big competitions only,
that is true.
right? Because there's just so many of these different tournaments that are
Again, that's
going
true.
on.
That's true. I
You
guess,
have to choose your battles,
but
right?
I'm personally scarred by Jack Nicholas. So
he's he's traumatized you
he
as a
did.
kid.
I don't think I asked for an autograph ever again. Okay.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's awful.
What?
Isn't it? Yeah, I might have to go and see a shrink.
How did he say no? Did he say no, or did he say
No, he said
no?
he said meanly no. Okay.
You said
Yeah, he was in a foul mood. And my even my dad was next to me, and I was like, I mean,
What the
he was
fuck?
in shock. He was in shock.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow.
So anyway,
Sometimes we don't realize
but
kind of the
he
impact
makes
we
golf.
have.
He designs golf courses too. So he did the
Technicals?
one in Dublin, Ohio. He's done, which is a really nice golf course. There's like 3 or 4 in Arlington, near Columbus, Ohio, um, that he's done, and there's a bunch. He's done a lot. He's gone into a lot of things.
A Tiger
Yeah,
would have won more
that's
Masters if
that's
didn't
exactly
explode
correct.
in personal life. So
That's
what did they
so.
ban him from the course or
No, no,
something?
no,
What's
no, no.
going
So
on?
Tiger Woods, what happened with Tiger Woods is a quick synopsis, quick summary here.
Hmm.
So he married this gorgeous Swedish woman,
Hmm.
okay, who was a nanny, and they had a couple kids. And his father was always a philanderer, like really jumped around a lot. No
Hmm.
excuse, but he ended up going to Las Vegas and like effing all these hookers. He had one hooker and everything else, and the and the wife found out about it. And basically, when he was coming home in Orlando, he had a house at that time in Orlando, Florida, near Orlando, Florida. I think it was Winter Winter Park or someplace near there. Anyway, the wife chased him with a golf club.
I heard about something like that.
I
What?
I don't know if it
That's
hit him or not, but then he got into a car accident. During that time, but he's been in a couple car accidents. He's had some he's had some he's had some drug issues in the sense that he's take drugs. He's had a couple girlfriends that were bad girlfriends. He's now dating. It's interesting. He's now dating Donald Trump's ex daughter-in-law.
oh wow.
Okay, he's
Wow.
not because he lives in Jupiter, Florida, so which is near
Mm.
Palm Beach. So he's dating Donald Jr. ex's wife.
What?
Yeah, and
Is
their
that
kid,
public?
it's now public. Yeah, it's officially public. This is all public. So their kid, who's actually a beautiful 18-year-old girl, 20-year-old somewhere, she's going to University of Miami on a who you see next to him once in a while, is on a golfing scholarship at University of
Uh-huh.
Miami. Yeah, that's her right there. So that's Don Jr.'s ex-wife.
Oh my god. You can't make this shit up.
It came out around 3 months ago. I'm not gonna say any more than that.
He's changed. So he doesn't play anymore? He's
Well, he
retired?
does, but he's you get older and he's got a lot of back problems.
Oh.
Basically, he had to go in for surgery, and he's gone in.
Mm.
But he dated for a while, who I really liked, the skier, who I thought was a total babe. She's sweet. I mean, that's it. Thank you, John Doak. Kaya Trump's mom. So Kaya is the younger girl, who's actually really sweet. But anyway, Tiger Woods dated. Who was the skier that Tiger Woods dated? I don't know. Anyway,
Incredible.
she's back. She's back skiing. I think she wants to go back. She won the gold medal for skiing.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So anyway, that's
Impressive.
all we got. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't catch up with this gossip. This is a watch channel, Timmy. Where I shouldn't be talking.
Unbelievable. This is
Yeah, thank
unbelievable.
you, JBB. Lindsey Vaughn. I think she's a total babe. You Google her real quick so everyone can see her. I've got to see her
Yeah.
one more time before I decide that. But I think she's a total babe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Lindsey Vaughn. Wow, sirs. Let's see. See another picture. Okay, this
I
on
mean,
this.
that's an incredible sport too. So I give her kudos for all that stuff. Her knees I think she had like knee surgery just recently.
Uh-huh. Really? Let's see.
I think she's drop dead gorgeous, but that's just me.
Let's see her
Different
Instagram
different folks
account.
for different strokes.
Oh, okay. Here's the Instagram account. This is her Instagram account, by the way.
Yeah,
Got a
she's got a little
bikini
bit of
shot.
she's got a little miles on her, but she's still okay.
Oh, she's looking great. You know, she's got that built. She's got that built body, strong body,
Well, she
but
goes
it's
to
all natural.
Timmy. She goes to the gym a lot.
Yeah, got it. The gym, the gym is skiing,
But
right?
she dated Tiger Woods for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. He's got, you know what? Very, you know, she's got that look, the blonde look, but
Yeah.
she's a champion, right? Look at
Yeah,
this.
she's
She's
champion.
back on the podium.
I think she's competing again.
Red Bull.
I think she's in her 40s. Is she in her 40s? Someone has to correct me on this too. Someone correct
Real.
me. I didn't realize that Rory was only 35. I thought he was like close to 40. But you know,
Mm.
when you're that age, everything looks alike
Oh,
anyway.
fuck. Look at that. She's wearing a gold Daytona.
Oh, let me see that. Pull that up. Let me
Pull
see
it up.
that. I don't think
Mm.
she's sponsored by Rolex.
You
She
don't think
probably
so?
is.
She just wears it because.
Oh no, she probably
Like,
is. You know, she probably is, Timmy. Oh, look at that. She's got Sun Valley. That's Ketchum, Idaho. That works.
look at that.
Everyone in that town looks like. Oh yeah, that's Sun Valley, Timmy.
Yeah?
That's the Sun Valley. See that metal there? That's
Yeah.
Sun Valley, Idaho. That area is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that's one of
Mm.
the like Sean mentioned Montecito. If you like mountains, this area is it, in my opinion. But so that was the
For
first
skiing.
ski resort in America. It's kind of
Mm.
modeled after the Switzerland and Italian slopes. It's gorgeous. That's okay. She's gorgeous.
She is.
I,
She is very beautiful.
that's all. This is a watch channel.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's wearing a watch. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's all related. She's
probably being
wearing a
stopped.
gold day. She's wearing a solid gold dancer.
She's
Come
wearing
on, man.
she's wearing a dancer. But
Yeah.
you've got to figure any woman that skis. I mean, look at those three. I mean,
Dude, she's wearing and this
no,
who is this
hold on,
lady? She's
hold on.
wearing a
Hold on, hold on.
oyster too.
Those three right there are all three are like drop dead
Drop
gorgeous.
dead gorgeous. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Wow. She's wearing a solid gold dancer. A Daytona. Daytona is a perfect women's watch. Look at that under the cuff. You can see there.
I
Look
personally
at
think
this.
that the Daytona that you have is the best
Mhm.
chick watch going.
Best chick, yeah. Real.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because I see them in Miami. I see chicks wear these in Miami, and I think it looks like they look sexy on a chick. On a guy,
Mhm.
like everyone's got it. It's like it's ridiculous. But on a chick, it looks really good. I don't know what that is. You know, I'm walking into Miami or going to a restaurant. Some of these chicks wear these, and they look pretty damn good with these damn Daytonas on.
Yeah.
I think the case is perfect because they're not those. It's not the huge case.
It's a voluptuous case. It's
Yeah,
not like your
absolutely.
Submariner case that's aggressive,
Yeah, absolutely.
pointy with the razor edge.
That's
The
exactly.
Daytona is a curved. It's a it's got these feminine curves to it.
That's exactly right.
You know? Yeah. It's a perfect women's watch, and she's rocking it really well.
Well, good for Lindsey Vonn. I hope she wins a few
Yeah.
more Olympic medals and call it a day. I mean, she's up there in age, but that's Sun Valley, so that's a
Mhm.
big deal. She must have won some sort of tournament there. I mean, some sort of.
Still killing it.
It's
Dude,
gorgeous there.
what else is there to
If
do?
you want to go hiking, that's an area that you really need to go. Very family oriented. You can get in cheap. You can stay at the Comfort Suites, and then live large. It's a
Dude, it
place.
actually looks big on her, right? Like it's a Daytona,
Yeah, it's
but
not.
it's a bigger, it's a
What is
small
it?
watch,
What does
smallest
that?
of sports
Yeah,
models.
what does that run? 50?
You know, depends where you buy it. Right now, the prices have been really jacked up. I think it's around, yeah, with taxes and everything, probably 50. Let's see. Let's
Well,
just
this
check.
is going to be interesting to see what happens because the precious metal prices are going to go up, obviously, right? Let's say within the next year. This is talk 12
Mhm.
months.
They're only going up, yeah.
Well, that's going up, but the watch market is going down.
Yeah.
So
Holy fuck. 47 is the new retail price.
How much?
47,000
Oh, I don't think that's that bad. Is that expensive for an all gold watch?
for an old gold watch.
I don't
It's
think
not
that's that
cheap.
bad. Maybe I'm just
Not
warped, but I don't think that's that bad.
It's not cheap, man.
Is
It
that solid
really
with the brace? Is that solid with the bracelet? It's
the
not.
solid bracelet, yeah.
No oyster flex.
No oyster flex nonsense, no. 47 right there, bam.
That's not that
47.
bad. Because considering some of these stainless steel watches that are going for like the new Laurent Ferrier, which I love, is a stainless steel watch. It's the Auto Horizon, and they want $52,000 for that, and it's stainless steel. I'm saying to myself,
52,000.
yeah, it's stainless steel. And
Insane.
that Grunfeld that I was looking at, the new ones.
Mhm.
He wants 52,000 because of the price difference now with the euro, with the euro, because he's in the Netherlands, in the
Yeah.
euro versus uh, U.S. currency. He wants 52,000 for that too, and that's stainless steel. So these are good deals. That's a
Yeah.
great deal. If you, I mean,
40,000. Look at this. On European watch company, brand new rose gold. I think this is the older model, like mine, but that's
who
full
knows?
rose gold black dial,
Who,
sexy.
who knows? Nice. I don't think
Yeah.
that's that bad of a price.
Oh, they really jacked them up there. I think they increased it by
Well,
what,
you think you
7%.
you think if gold goes up to 5,000 an ounce,
Yeah.
they will hold their value.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure about that,
Okay,
but
all right. Well, how
uh,
much how much how much of an how many ounces in that?
'cause there's not much gold in that watch, to be honest.
Well, you figure what? There's about 3 ounces, right? Am I right or wrong?
Maybe 3 ounces. Yeah, let's say 3 ounces. Yeah, 3 ounces.
So at
All right, so
5,000,
that's
it's
that's
50 grand silver.
$9,000 of gold. Plus, there's a
Right,
movement in there.
currently,
Yeah.
but this time next year, I bet you'll be up to 5 grand
Oh, per ounce.
per ounce.
Fuck, that'd be crazy. Man, David SW is even more expensive.
Oh
Holy
yeah, they
shit!
always have
Oh,
been,
that's a
but
new one.
They do a great job too. They
Oh, he
really.
wants above retail or basically retail for the solid gold Daytona.
I noticed that with their APs too. Their APs are way above way above, what like European Watch Company or 1916 or whoever is offering essential.
209 grams, and John Doe has a full rose gold Daytona with the chocolate dial. Fuck yeah.
Oh, he does. Nice.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Nice.
I
Nice.
bought two things from David SW, and they
Mm.
were they they were
Let me
expensive.
go to the restroom. I just need 30
Okay.
seconds to pee.
Anyway, they were expensive. Okay, I'll just chat away here. And they were expensive, but the thing is that I knew I was getting something decent. They were about 10% over what they should have been. I didn't balk. So whatever it's worth, I still like them. And they shout out. They're in Orlando, Florida, so you can always fly in. So Grandmaster Chime, who's a serial whore? Is that Donald Trump Jr.'s um, ex-wife, or is that Lindsey Vaughn?
I'm back.
Anyway, let's move on.
I'm back. I'm back. Oh, hey, I've been thinking about the solid gold dancer, right,
I
for a
don't.
while.
I mean, you want one because Red has one.
No, no, no. I want one because I thought it would be a great way to
Yeah,
consolidate
but
the
Red.
collection.
Yeah. Okay. Are you really going to consolidate your collection?
Yeah, yeah. It's just I haven't done it because I just had no time. I've been torn apart, just doing all kinds of
Well,
nonsense, planning trips and stuff. But now I'm back. I've got a few things that are coming up still, but I am
So
selling. I am
what
selling.
what are you selling? What are you selling?
I'm selling the Sermon, selling the Air King.
Okay, hold the Air
Um,
King. Don't want the Air King. Sermon. What are you selling this Sermon? What are you selling the Sermon for? Not a bad watch.
I mean, reads like well, I would love to get
12,
14. What's it
14.
going for? Let's see, like
I don't know.
14, 5, 14.
I'm not in the market for a Rolex, so I don't
See.
know. Oh,
Yeah, let's see how much they want to.
I put my name in for the Sky Dweller,
For the sky. Yeah. Oh, for the Sky Dweller.
Land Dweller, whatever they're called, the new one.
Oh, Land Dweller. Nice. Yeah, good choice. Look, the
His,
dude, they don't
his,
even have European watch.
his and hers, and his and hers.
Mm-hmm. A
And I
small
told,
one and a big one. I like that.
that's what she said too. But his and hers.
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
great idea. It's a great,
I did
great
that. I
choice.
did, and I told him to get rid of all my other lists. I told all five of the ads to get rid of
Check this
everything
out.
else.
David SW sells for 16,000. I want 14,800 for mine.
How much is David SW selling for? So of course you go to
For
what kind of
for
scratch?
17 for this brand new one and this one. Let's
How
see.
old
This
is
one.
yours?
Mine is I'm not sure, but it's actually Mark 1. It's from
Okay.
the
Oh,
first year of production. They
okay.
changed the color afterwards.
It's more green.
Mm-hmm. The new
Yeah,
one is more limey.
I got it. I got it.
So
Okay.
it's kind of I don't know, but also, because it's
You never
older, it
wear
has
it.
less.
I've never seen it on your. I've never seen it
I
on your
wear it a
wrist.
handful of times.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want
But
16?
also selling the Air King.
You want 16 for that?
They want 16, yeah.
No, what do you want?
Oh, 14,800.
Okay, and then what kind of scratches do you have on it?
Oh, just few hairline scratches. Just
That's
like a
yeah,
one or
okay.
two.
Oh god.
Yeah,
You
it's no big deal. No big deal.
sound
Here,
like
here.
someone in the Diamond District.
Let me show you. So it's basically brand new.
I'm sure it is. I never see you wear it.
Yeah. I wore it a handful of times. Check it out right
Yeah.
here. Double D says Tim is waiting for the market to bottom out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm
Why
like,
you
oh, look, I actually I have no time to be honest. No time.
yeah, when you go up to Boston, see Humble Pine or something, you could go to a European watch company, bring your collection, and just buy one. You can
Or
buy
I could
your
trade it towards a solid gold dancer of my choice, of my choosing. As you can see, it's like brand new.
yeah. I don't see any scrapes there.
There's no
Let me see.
scratches on the
Let's
on the
see that.
glass.
Yeah, let's see. The only
There is somewhere. I don't know where
no, no.
exactly.
Let me see. Let me see this. Let me see. Not where the bezel is. That side. There you go. Let me see that.
No scratches here.
And then how about the top near the 11-2?
So you can see it.
Okay, that's
Brand
not bad. Yeah,
spanking.
I don't see anything there. How about the top?
Yeah, okay, so there's only the only scratch is over here. Let me show you. And it's so minor. Fuck, it's gonna be impossible to pick it up.
I can't even
Yeah,
see it.
there it is. You see it?
No,
Yeah, no, right there on the second link from the top.
no.
There, you see it?
Oh yeah, I do see it. It's
Over
hairline.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only that scratch and that's it. It's basically brand new. And it still got the fucking sticker on the back.
No, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'd bring in
one.
five. We've been saying this for 2.5 years. You haven't sold a damn thing yet, but I'd bring
I
in
haven't
like.
had the time.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, that's brand new. I've never seen you wear that. I've never. You don't even bring it
I've
to.
been offered some insulting offers like retail. I'll buy it from you at retail, Timmy.
What's retail?
Fucking
11.
insulting, you know?
What's retail? 11.
It's like 11, yeah. It's like, you know what? Get fucked. Seriously, like, what the fuck is this? What am
Well,
I? A charity over here?
the market is soft.
The
If you,
market is soft, yeah, but you
if
know
you don't,
what, dude?
if you don't, I mean, I don't wear subs anymore because I'm just too old.
It's like
But
you see David SW sell them for 16, fucking
yeah, but
17,
yeah, but
and
listen,
they come to me and they offer me retail. Go and fucking buy it from the AD at retail. Stop bothering me. It's like, oh, Timmy's not gonna sell it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna sell it to you at retail. What the fuck?
yeah,
No,
okay,
it's
don't
just
get it. Let's
no,
not.
it's just
Okay, yeah, all right. Keep it.
it's just I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? Seriously. Just really people looking
Well,
to take advantage of
it's
me.
it's really interesting. It's
Mhm.
really the Patek 5711s haven't
Mhm.
dropped. As a matter of fact, guess what? They've gone up.
Mhm.
Okay, they've actually have gone up on the secondary market within the
What
last
went up?
5711s. I mean, 50,
Oh, really?
yeah, they've actually gone up because
Not surprised.
because if you get it with box and papers, they're in the 60s now. They used to be
Yeah.
52.50. They're like 60.
Really?
I'm not going to buy. I don't pay that for a stainless steel watch. That's just insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That doesn't hack with a movement that's like 20 years old.
Mm.
Okay, I have a problem with that.
Mm. Well, sometimes that's good because that the hacking mechanism is just kind of
No, I
additional
understand
stuff.
it's a break, but nah, they got to improve. I thought they were going to discontinue it this year. They didn't
Mm.
because it's been around for 20 years. It's such a beautiful watch, even though it's so flimsy.
I like it. I
I do too.
really, really
It's
like it.
elegant enough and it's sporty enough. It really checks almost every box other than being flimsy.
But what I'm really fucked off with is that YouTuber He Spoke Style.
Okay,
You heard about this guy?
I don't know. I don't know, but if I saw him, I probably would.
Oh shit! Hold on, check this out. This guy, He Spoke
Oh
Style.
yeah, yeah, he's from Connecticut. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's from Fairfield County, Connecticut. Yeah.
an interesting
Does he have,
guy.
does he have one?
Um,
He's a little bit too
AD
okay.
AD sold him one.
No, good for him.
Uh, at retail, and then he flipped it.
Oh well, that's douchey.
Exactly, right? I thought
Which AD did he buy it from? Because I know his area. Which AD did he buy it from?
good question. I'm not
I've never met him, but I've seen him.
he's
I
super
do watch.
popular, dude.
Huh? Well, he's a
He
little bit too he's a little bit too he's a little bit too trans for me.
oh, really?
Yeah, even though
I
he's married
thought
and
like
stuff.
his style is kind of
He's a
clean.
little bit too urbanized for me.
Yeah. Yeah, but
he
maybe
needs,
it's for YouTube. Maybe it's like he's doing that
he needs to
for
learn how to
YouTube,
shoot
no?
it. He needs how to learn how to shoot a gun. He's a little bit too,
Mhm. Yeah, like
but
he's
no, I
what
understand.
does he really carry a freaking what's it called? A
I think he does.
hair.
Like flashlight and everything else. I think he does.
You really need that?
I think he's mental like that. Yep. Yeah, he's in
Over the
Fairfield,
top.
Connecticut. Yeah.
Let's see. Look, let's check out his
Goyard,
style. So he's got
Goyard carrier. You know,
yeah. Goyard, what's it called? Card clip. Actually, roommate has the
he doesn't
same
have
one.
he doesn't have a black card, so that tells
He-
me something there because
No, he doesn't.
he'd be the type to show it.
He's got the
He's got
platinum one.
he's got the he's got the Chase Sapphire card, which is a big deal.
Reserve. That's the expensive one.
Right. But he doesn't have the black card. So that tells me something. And this
No,
type of guy would show that because
that's
he
right.
will.
No, but that's dude. You know the kind of guy you have to be. I think I only seen the black card twice in my life.
No.
I've seen two people who have the black card.
Okay.
And I forgot who the second person was. I know the first person, and then the second one, it's just I forgot who it was. I just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
seeing the second person. Thought, "Whoa, surprise, surprise!" Oh no, actually, okay, maybe I remembered, but actually, never mind. So anyway, so he's got this. He's got the AirPod cover. I also have a AirPod cover for my AirPods. I got the Rimowa AirPod cover. I love the AirPods. This is the best invention ever.
Okay, my kids have that. I mean not a Mo, but my kids have that. It's too much stuff to carry for me.
No, but this is the only thing. I only carry 4 things with me. I carry this,
Okay.
the wallet. Here,
Okay.
here. This is my everyday. I should do a video on this. Oh,
Yeah,
but who
EDC,
gives a fuck?
EDC, EDC.
EDC, but nobody gives a fuck what I carry. So, but here, look, I'll do my EDC. All right. I got the AirPods. I got my keys
Yeah,
with
there.
my grocery store
Yeah,
little widgets there.
Stop and Shop. That's good.
Stop and Shop.
Yeah,
And I got my wallet that the roommate gifted me.
very
The
nice.
Gucci wallet. Let's see here. Open it up.
Yeah,
Bam! Look at that.
you
American
got
Express Delta.
okay.
And dude,
By the way, TD Bank, where you have your debit card, you don't have your number
yeah,
shown. Don't worry. But TD
yeah.
Bank, they're closing a ton of branches. Ton.
I got really TD Bank.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
yeah. You know, I was in the city yesterday,
yeah,
uh, walking past my college, and there was
yeah,
a TD Bank location, and I
that's close.
pointed it out to the roommate. I was like, "Oh my god, that was TD Bank. Now it's Citibank there."
Yeah, I rest my case.
Yeah,
Because
that's my primary bank. They have the vault. I'm trying to get the vault access
Marco, how
at
are you?
at the TD Bank.
The problem with TD Bank is, uh, I'm not gonna say anything. We just move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, you're fine. They cover they cover the 95 corridor. They cover from Maine all the way down to Miami. 95 all the way down.
But also
They're a
on the
Canadian bank.
inside
You
here,
realize you realize they're a Canadian bank. They're chartered in the United States.
they are. They are. But you know,
So
I didn't.
one of the things that Donald Trump, now this
Yeah.
one is gonna be one thing that Donald Trump I'm totally for. So and I have this little chat with my Canadian girlfriend is that banks in the United States are not allowed in Canada. Are
Really?
not allowed. Yes, are not allowed. Only Canadian banks can bank in Canada. Where in
Hmm.
Canada, where in Canada, banks like TD Bank, which is a Canadian bank, I think they're based in Toronto, but someone has to correct me in the chat. Are based are I mean they're chartered here, but we cannot get into
That's
Canada
kind of
at
messed
all.
up.
They
Why?
do
Did
that
they
for
say why?
that's their version of protectionism. I can go into a lot of things like.
Is there certain practices that our banks
Well, this is
engage in
interesting
that
too. I've got
Canada is restricting their banks? They don't want.
no. They just don't want us to go in and basically just take over. I mean, that's what
Hmm.
it's all about. Okay.
Mm,
All right. And so anyway, there's a lot of that protectionism in other
yeah.
countries that
Yeah. Every country has their own some
deal.
kind of
Well,
protectionism.
I think that's totally effed up in all due
Yeah.
respect. Okay.
Yeah. I guess so.
That's why we need to make that the 51st state.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But by the way, I did not originally sign up for TD Bank. I had
I understand. I
co-
whatever. You're fine.
I,
You
no,
know,
no, it was merged into. I had like a something bank, Commerce Bank or something like that. I opened it. It was my first bank account when I got a job at a pool, and then I got a first paycheck from that
fine,
job. It
whatever.
was like,
Yeah, it works. It works. Believe it
yeah,
or not, and they were hurting. It turns out that I have Flagstar in New York.
I just got
Flag,
hit with the renewal fee, by the way, Timchi, for my gold card. So I'm gonna have to call them tomorrow and see
and
if whether I cancel
no, you know
or
you do. You call them and you say, banks are
yeah,
usually
threaten
good.
them.
I
It's
need I need
300.
I need an accommodation for this fee. Can you help me out? I've been a
Yeah,
customer for X amount of years, and typically they would get rid of it. I do it all the time. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
used the shit out of it
I'm sure you
in
did. Make sure you
Europe.
pay
Yeah.
within 30 days because if you're one day late, they start calling you to death. That's all I
No,
know.
no. Exactly. No, no. I'm gonna have to pay it off. Oh my god, I spent so much money. It's ridiculous.
Well, the other
It's a
thing is
disaster. I'm fucked. I'm completely fucked.
you went during when the exchange rate when the U.S. dollar was actually even dropping. So like in
Mm.
Switzerland, it's like when I went to Switzerland last time, one of the times I went to Switzerland was like 2 years ago in 2022. It was equal.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the U.S. dollar equal to the Swiss franc, and I said to myself, "Oh my God!" I was like living it up. But when
Double
it's
D says, keep going.
yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Oh, just Double D says, just got my yearly Amex Platinum fee last week. Always fun day when $700 shows up on your card out of nowhere.
And supposedly you
Why?
should get your perks though for that.
Yeah, the thing, yeah, it's I've made a calculation, and
I mean, I don't use it
basically platinum card was no longer like
for no.
affordable for me, because usually I would get the benefits in excess of what I would pay, right? But they made it so expensive
I don't
that they
know, but
reduced
when
the
I had,
benefits.
I don't have the black card anymore because I didn't want to spend $5,000. But basically, the
Mhm,
black card you could. At one time with my wife, I could fly first class, and she could get on free once or even twice a year to go to Europe. And at that point, it was worth it
mhm.
because it was like at that time it was like $2,500 for a black card, $3,500. But I got rid of it. I just have I'm a city guy, a Citibank guy, so I just have a city. I just have their city card.
Oh, the city bank.
Citibank.
Citibank has some good cards
They
as
they've
well.
closed a lot of branches too. They're in the places I'm typically at, so I really don't care. And they don't have a limit on my spending if I need to go way overboard. And,
Al
and
Also, JBB says, "I remember the good old days when the banks would give you a free toaster if you opened up a $200 savings
well,
account."
Chase gives you something like $300 or $200 if you open up an account. I mean, I get these little
And you
flyers
spend
all.
500 bucks. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna see it tomorrow. What do
in
I
all
do
due
with the
respect to
gold
me,
card?
yeah, in all due respect, you should probably have two or three bank accounts because you can't
I
trust how.
have I have a second bank account.
Okay, good, good, good,
It's the business account at with Chase. I
good.
have two bank accounts. I've got a
Perfect,
business
perfect,
account and personal. I
perfect.
kept I kept the bit. I opened up the business account. This account has no money in it. It's just
No,
it's
I
got like
get it,
two
but
hundred
you know what
dollars.
you should. Hey, when 9/11
It's a
happened,
legacy. You
when
never
nine
know when
eleven
you.
when 9/11 happened, like for 3 days, trying to get money out of an ATM was impossible. Okay,
Right.
everything like froze, like a deer in the headlights. So you need a few. That taught me there that you need a few banks, just all because if something shuts, you just don't know.
Mm,
And the odds of 9/11 happening again in your lifetime, something like that weird is
mhm.
is is pretty good.
The
That's all.
only reason I'm keeping the what's it called, the TD Bank card, is because I'm hoping to get the vault soon. I'm on the wait list for the vault. I've already been waiting, I think, for 2 or 3 years, because
Yeah.
I want to have the vault access. That way, if I go somewhere, I can leave my watches, and that's why I want to consolidate collection. I want to get rid of a few pieces. I want to go down to 3 watches. To be honest, all you need is one watch.
Timmy,
Let's be honest, right?
Timmy, that's where I've been there. I've been there, and now I'm in the process of going after my three watches. But unfortunately, something came up this year in Watches and Wonders that I really want, and that's the
Mhm.
new
Oh, the
that's the
land
new
wheel.
Protect 6198,
Oh, 60. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the
and that's gonna
ultimate
be.
dress watch.
I put my name down at the Protect. I'll never get that. Okay, that's
No,
gonna
I
go.
think you'll get it. That's not gonna be an impossible one to
Oh, I
get.
think that's gonna be really hard. They want $47,000 for
Think
that.
so?
They want
Hmm.
the platinum. 38 millimeter. I think it's I I mean I think Rolex hit it out of the park this year. I really do with that Sky whatever which I ordered. I don't care if I get them or not, but if I get a his and hers, I'll be happy. And I give it for the kids, I'll get one for the kids. But
Mhm.
I think Patex did a really. I think they all did a great job. I think Shopback did. Oh my God, JLC knocked it out of the park. JLC knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, the
You know,
new
you know what? I
solid
love
gold
the
dancer.
I love the arrogance of AP, Valdemar Piguet. I love
Mm,
them because they don't show up to that thing. They have some. They came out with some really nice watches. They came before.
AP.
Yeah, I mean they all
The
did a great. They all did a pretty. They all did a great job. I think. I think Breitling with their BO1 model, which is $5,000, to compete against Rolex. I think that's a great model. I think that's. I think they did a great job. I think a lot of these.
HS knockoff.
Yeah, I don't know what Tudor did. I'm sorry, I don't follow them. I don't know what Tudor did, but I'm sure they did okay. But hey, I don't know if you can show if you can show the first 5 minutes of this. I don't know
Sure.
if you want to follow. Hold on, let me see if I find it again. Hold on.
Send the video.
I will. And this is really interesting. This is really, really, really interesting. I just have to find it. I think, oh, here it is. Just play the first 5 minutes of this guy.
Hmm.
I just WhatsApp after
Hmm. Hmm.
5 minutes. Something I didn't realize about Richmond. I didn't
Oh,
realize that they had this much market share.
hey, you know what? And a thing going on. Let me just pull it up here for a second before I play your video. It's been breaking news. Just give me a second. It's been breaking news in the watch industry space. I wanted to pull this up. Okay, here we go. This is a quick article. LVMH. Since we're going to talk about Richemont, I just want
Yeah,
to get this out of the way so I don't have to talk about it. LVMH reports minor loss in revenue in quarter one, 2025, despite uncertain environment. The world's leading luxury group, LVMH, just announced its sales revenues for the first quarter of 2025, which ended March 31st at the end of the year 2024, when the conglomerate was still reporting strong results. Revenues showed a slight improvement, offsetting the losses of the mid 2024. However, the global geopolitical and economic environments is uncertain due to the U.S. tariff situation and the difficult economy in China. This has undoubtedly started to affect sales of luxury goods and will continue to do
huge.
so if
It's
clarity
huge.
doesn't come back. Yet it is uncertain situation. LVMH showed a certain resilience for Q1 2025 and maintained strong sales in some business areas, including watches and jewelry. Sales for the group in the first quarter of 2025 are reported at the 20,311 million, down 3%. That's not bad. I mean, that's serious, serious.
I personally think it's now more. They I
Mhm,
mean you can you can jitter these numbers. I think they're down a little bit more, like 7%, but
mhm. Maybe
that's just
they're jiggering stuff. Yeah.
they jigger numbers. Let's just put it that way.
Uh,
But I could be
I,
wrong. I could be
you can
wrong.
see here. That's total, right? That's total. But wine and spirits is down 9%.
Huge.
Fashion and leather goods down 5%. Perfumes and cosmetics down 1%. Watches and jewelry, zero improvement. Uh, Selective retailing minus 1%. And the total is, I don't get how they said my total for the.
The whiskey market in Tennessee and in
Mhm.
bourbon in Kentucky, that market is really down. Like these little micro places, they're going under. So there's a lot of issues there because people aren't buying that stuff anymore. This It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The watch, I still think they're making too many. There's too many brands out there, but so far everything's held up. You
But
know,
also, I think we're in a world type of situation where, you know, we reached maximum saturation. Like the entire world is
oh,
now
I
more
agree.
connected than ever before.
I agree
So
with I agree with
there
that.
is limits, right? There has to be eventually, right? We were gonna hit the maximum possible profits because there's
I
just
agree.
so many people in this world, right? And so many people that will buy so many things, right?
No, I
Um,
agree with that. I agree.
when these groups were expanding and going into new markets, there was always a potential for increased profits. But now there's really nowhere else to gain more profits, right?
No,
Or very soon it's going to be like that. Maybe LVMH can
well, consumption is
merge with other
yeah,
groups and
yeah. Consumption. People will always need new things. Like people, even though cars are like $60,000 to $80,000, like in that range now, which is ridiculous. People will always need a new car eventually, because to get around in. I can speak about the United States. I can't speak around about the world, but people will need new things to, like refrigerators and all that stuff. People will always need it because
right, but
these break.
they will only need so many of those things, right? We've reached
I
the
agree with that.
capacity at
I do
which
agree.
people will need it. The population is not growing, right? Like I think we also hit the maximum human population.
No, that's why
Human,
they wanted that's why all these industrial companies, countries, they want all these people to come in because these so-called first world industrial companies aren't having population. And I do think there is a population problem because people of your age group aren't having children, or my kids'
well,
age group aren't having children. And
exactly because my group is now being financially squeezed to the point
yeah,
where they can't afford
I thought that too.
to
But
have kids.
as AP girl said to me, you just have them, and then you
Well,
figure it.
well,
You
that's
just
like you just have them if you're financially responsible, and then you just fucking,
uh,
whatever happens, happens. You feed them like whatever cereal.
they did it in the old
Uh,
Timmy. They did it in the old country. They were popping
yeah,
them
they
out in girls, So whatever. But anyway, I agree with you in a lot of ways. So whatever. On that, I agree with. But anyway,
yeah. Well,
okay,
and it's estimated, but no, but every like this planet can only sustain a certain amount of people.
okay.
Right, because a certain
I know.
amount of land has to be dedicated to the food, right? And if climate continues to change, we might actually uh, not
Okay,
have enough
I'm not going to get into it. I
food
think
to feed this population.
I can speak about the United States. United States in greenhouses in the middle of nowhere can grow our own artichokes and even coffee, even because 80% of
But
the coffee.
we're relying a lot on
I
what's
agree.
it called,
I agree. I agree.
the,
I agree. Let's just move on.
the
Move on. We're
the
gonna
stuff.
have
Anyways, look, it's scientifically estimated that the population will peak at 10.3 billion in 2080. And that's not even that much. We're at 8.2 billion now. And let's say these corporations can get, they can squeeze these type of profits. They can, right, out of 8.2 billion people.
Timmy.
They'll get 20 more percent
Timmy,
in 2080. But that's what I'm saying. Like there's a maximum, right? There's a maximum you can
yeah,
squeeze.
I agree. I agree. But Timmy, I'll be dead by that time, and
And
you'll
with
be old.
modern algorithms, I think they're squeezing the maximums that they
Okay.
possibly
All right.
can.
All right. All right. Let's move on. Just move on. Move on.
No, it's just basic kind of
Okay. All right.
squeeze math.
Yeah. I sent you. I
Oh,
sent you
okay,
a,
yeah, let's play the video.
play the first 5 minutes until you get bored. But
Okay,
this is
watch the
fascinating.
video.
And
Okay,
this guy, I don't know if I trust or not, but I do think he's
mhm,
right.
okay, let's watch the video. Here we go.
Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode, I'd like to speak about the economy, tariffs, and the Swiss watch industry.
Have you ever heard of this guy before?
Yeah, I've seen some stuff from him in the past.
Okay.
His YouTube channel is very famous. Caseback Watches,
He
although
actually has.
he doesn't get enough views.
I think he's got a lot of views. No.
It's No, he's 37,000 subscribers. That's nothing. He puts a lot of effort into his
Okay,
videos.
I think
I don't think he
okay.
has enough recognition.
I don't know what a lot of views are on YouTube, but I think that's a lot of views.
Millions.
That's but that's for you. You would know.
Yeah. Well, like some, you get like quarter
100
million views.
100,000.
That's a good number, I think. Quarter million.
Okay. Okay.
But
All
he's
right.
getting look. He made this video 4 days ago. He got 6.8 thousand views. The amount of effort that he probably put in to make this video. That's shit. Those are shit numbers.
Okay.
Anyways, let's keep watching. But it's probably really well thought out video. But what a disaster.
5.
I think it's a good time to address that
The
topic, not
gentleman
only
looked well
because of
dressed, well
US
groomed.
tariffs, but also because of some warnings from late 2024 issued by analysts and by the big players in the Swiss watch market that their profits are under pressure. That's exactly our topic here, world markets and the consumer in the middle and all the challenges around them. And at the end of this video, I think you have a better understanding of the Swiss watch market and the challenges that market is facing right now. And I think you have a better understanding of all the predictions that are around right now, predictions regarding especially watch prices and especially in the United States. And so let's start very simple with the main players here, Richemont, Swatch Group, and Rolex. And we can compare them very good with this table, with table 1, and there you see sales in 2024 in billions Swiss francs. And then you can see with ease that Richemont is by far the biggest conglomerate here, followed by Rolex with 10.6 billion, and then comes Swatch with 6.7. And you might wonder now, why is Rolex in the middle? Because it's the largest luxury watch brand in the world by far. But Rolex is a simple company, and Richemont and Swatch, these are, as said, conglomerates with many brands. And here, for example, you see all the brands Richemont has in its portfolio. And there you see some really big names. And so at the end, Richemont is the ultra luxury watch company, right?
I
Or the
didn't
watch
realize
group.
Richmond had that
And when you
much.
compare,
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize
Yeah.
Richmond had $20 billion of sales total.
Right.
That's
It's very
that's
impressive.
that's a lot. I didn't realize that.
It's like they got the Cartier. Cartier is their biggest winner. Bowman Mercier, like it or hate it, they're actually making a lot of watches kind of in that introductory price point. So they're making money. Panerai, it continues to live on. Lange, 4,000 watches a year,
Oh,
but
shit.
super horology. Vacheron Constantin, man, that's a fucking big, big, big money maker for them, I think. Roger
35,000.
Dubuis.
Yeah.
Roger Dubuis is now an alternative to what's it called? The Richard Mille. Roger Dubuis, Richard Mille, Piaget.
Really? Hold
Piaget.
on. I'll roll it back. You compare Roger Dubuis to Richard Mille? I don't.
Well, now I feel like they're positioning them as an alternative to a Richard
Oh,
Mille.
Richard Mille. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the name sounds similar.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that, but that's okay. All right.
And look at the modern look at the modern Roger Dubuis. The logo, very similar. And then look at the
Okay.
marketing. Look at their new watches, right? Look at them. Like they're kind of
Okay.
very Richard Mille to me.
Okay. All right.
Let's look at the novelties here just real quick. Or may yeah, like
I've just never liked triple lugs.
you know what? That's the triple lugs. It makes it very easy to remember the name of the case. It's the
That's true.
Excalibur.
That's actually true.
It's an Excalibur case. It's kind of an alternative name. The movement, like I don't know. There's something about these watches to me. They
Okay.
feel very Richard Mille. And then look at this stuff right here. Look at that. Doesn't that look very Richard Mille to you? This flyback chrono. Look at that.
That actually does, other than not being a Torno case.
Yeah, but it's Tono-ish.
Yes.
It's got a circle, but then somehow it kind of and then look at the skeletonization and everything. Very Richard Mille. All the different
Interesting.
colors. Look at this. I don't know, something about it to me looks very Richard Mille. But anyways,
Okay.
let's keep going here. So they got the Piaget Mega Jewelry,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
There with Cartier.
Yep.
Panerai for some reason is listed twice. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Little
I think,
mistake.
you know what? Yeah.
I'll excuse it. Oh no. Oh, it is Panerai. Okay. Jake
IWC,
Lecoultre.
isn't IWC part of them?
Hmm?
IWC is part of Richmond, isn't it?
Mm, I'm not sure. Maybe. Is it?
I think they made a mistake. They doubled Panerai and they should have put IWC in.
Oh yeah, it is Richmond. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
he made
that's
a mistake. He made a mistake in his little showing here that
right.
one of those should have been IWC.
That's why making videos is fucking hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. It's one guy's show on this and he fucked up. That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll excuse him.
It's okay.
Compare this with Swatch, then you have a different picture. Here
Oh,
is
here's
Swatch.
Swatch. Oh, Swatch got Breguet, Blancpain, Gloshuta Original, Jacques Draw,
Oh, I didn't.
Leon Hatat. What the
I
fuck
didn't
is
know.
that?
I didn't know Swatch had glucuda. I didn't know
Yeah, but
that.
the Omega and the Longines, these are big money makers. Harry Winston, that's some high end jewelry, and they have
Supposedly, Longines sells a watch in the world every 6 seconds.
crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And there you find many mid-tier to low-tier brands we all know, correct? And for the last one, we don't need a table. This is simply Rolex. And now let's begin with Richemont. As said, tariffs are now a huge challenge, but back then in 2024, they already issued a warning and they reported that their profit went down by 17% in 1 year. And the
Ooh.
problem back then and today is mainly Asia. And so this means China, this means Hong Kong, this means Macau. And in this region, sales dropped by 25%. So basically, they lost a quarter of their entire sales in that region. And this, of course, creates enormous problems. And the reason for this drop was mainly the economy in China. Secondly, weak real estate market in China. And third, and I think this is the most important factor here, the consumer's mind have changed a bit. For example, people there fancy sometimes the latest iPhone or the Chinese equivalent over a Swiss-made watch, right? So you have a lot of gadgets from tech companies that are in direct competition with Swiss-made watches. And this then led to higher prices. I mean, we all have the feeling when we see the watch industry and the watch market, the forums, the YouTube videos, we all have the feeling that prices went up significantly in the last years. But some of us, I think, thought, well, it might be my subjective view or it could be normal inflation. But no analysts have stated with great certainty that these companies have raised their prices over the last 10 years by an average of 100%. So prices have doubled in the last 10 years, and that's above normal inflation. But you cannot raise prices forever. In the short
Right. The prices went up because there was this COVID craze and everything was going above retail, and that gave like a permission for the Swiss watch industry to increase the prices even more. I mean, the prices for most watches are already arbitrary. Like they just
Oh,
come up with any.
absolutely. I
Uh,
think they're absurd. Some of
yeah,
these prices.
it's like art. You know, the artists stick a banana on a wall and they charge $5 million for it. Same thing with a lot of wristwatches. They just, hey, we'll just charge it because that's why. And you know, if you don't
Yeah,
like
well,
it,
most of these
fuck.
watches, now are between 12 and 17,000 for a stainless steel watch. It's ridiculous. What do you
Yeah.
think?
And the consumers are catching on. They're no longer as gullible as they were in the past. People are realizing, hey, you know, why should I buy? Why should I pay so much money for this? Because you know you can get a lot of really top notch quality wristwatches on the gray market for a fraction of the price. And yeah, it's just the whole watch industry is being exposed for being kind of money grubbing, greedy fuckers, and they're gonna pay the consequence. I think the luxury, by the way, the luxury industry, you know, watch is one thing, but the fucking you know, the clothing, the bags, that stuff is getting exposed even harder because
Oh,
at
absolutely.
least with at least with watches, it's kind of difficult to make wristwatches compared to like some of the stuff that Dior is making. Dude, Dior shopping bag, it's a joke. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let's see. Reject all. What is this? Select your country. Oh my God. Yeah, United States. Let me show you something. This just is a joke. Fragrances and beauty. Let's do this. Go here. Just want to show you a bag.
What are they, like $3,000 for a bag?
I think it's even more. Oh, it's this bag right here. Explore this bag right here. You know this bag? It's just like a shopping bag.
It's a
Yeah,
tote.
you. It's
It's
a.
a tote bag.
You want to take a guess how much this bag costs?
I was gonna say $3,500.
3,500. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. 3,500.
Okay.
It's a joke. It's a tote bag that you get free at a Rolex boutique,
All right, that you
which is
get at a
coming up.
you get at a Whole Foods grocery store that says
Yeah,
Whole Foods on it.
yeah. So and they want 3 grand. I mean, it's so cheap to make it. Like what the hell?
Yeah, that profit margin's got to be huge.
Yeah, and it's really heavy. It's not even that practical. So it's just a big. So it's just a big. Like it's one thing paying 3,000 for a watch, right? Because putting it together is just absolute fucking pain in the ass. Whereas dude, I can make it on a sewing machine in 5 minutes. Okay, let's be honest. It's a big joke. Anyways, let's keep going.
Short run, you can compensate these 25% minus in sales with higher prices. But in the long run, people will just not take it. And then you have
Yeah,
other products that look suddenly very, very competitive compared to your super expensive Swiss made watch then. So Asia is the first big problem for the Swiss watch companies and also the economy in Europe. And now we come to the economy of the United States potentially behind a barrier of tariffs. And Switzerland is on the list with 31% tariffs, which is a huge amount of tariffs, really. And this creates a problem because the entire Swiss watch industry sells 17% or makes 17% of their sales in the United States. So it's not overwhelming, but it's a big chunk, and it's an average number, right? You have companies that sell not a single watch in the United States or very few pieces, and other depend 100% on consumers in the US. So this is really a problem for many, many watch manufacturers here. And we see this now in the stock prices. They went down significantly, of course. And we see speculations about higher watch prices in the United States. And CEOs and analysts say now there is no way to just compensate these 31% with the will of the consumer to pay everything, to give the burden completely to the consumer. So imagine the case when these 31% are in place, then the Swiss watch manufacturers will swallow perhaps 20% of that, and the rest will be part of the consumer. So you could see then an increase in price for watches in the United States by 10%. And so summary for Richemont: unsolved problems in Asia and a relatively weak European market, strong US market, but tariffs as a danger. But analysts expect that Richemont will suffer, but not as bad as the Swatch Group because of these high-tier brands. I mean, imagine a person that can spend $15,000 on a watch, then he or she is willing and able, I think, to pay also for the tariffs, or he or she knows some ways around it. Sometimes wealthy people have these possibilities. So not the perfect storm for Richemont, but certainly not a pleasant situation. And now our next topic is the Swatch Group.
Okay.
All right, so
More.
you get the idea here.
Yeah.
They're all dancing right now. All these companies trying to figure out what to do. They're going to get hit. I don't know how. I don't know where Rolex fits in all this, but this is interesting. Rolex is always going to be around. These companies, most of these companies are going to be around. Richemont is going to be around. But you saw, I'm pretty sure that the Dunhill place that you went to in London, the Dunhill, and then it's also got Lange and Son, because that makes sense because of Richemont. I'm pretty sure Richemont bought that building. Pretty much. Pretty sure. So, I mean, they own a lot of these real estate. They own a lot of the real estate too. And Rolex too. So these companies are going to be around, but they're going to hurt for the next few. I think for the next few years, the sales are going to be down. That's where I'm headed on this. They have to.
I think they have to, just because of the nature of the market, right? There's only
Right.
so much that these groups can go
Companies can
up.
do. And I
The
also heard that watches of
economy of the
Switzerland.
world has hit the ceiling, right?
I have heard that watches of Switzerland. My two IDs are fine so far, but I've heard that watches of Switzerland has laid off some of their ADs, some of their
Wasn't there?
sales reps.
Didn't Brandon Brenny, our good friend Brenny Boswell, he just recently made a video. Let me see here. Brandon Boswell just recently made a video. Hold on a second. Check this out.
And this is interesting too about so that AB
Dude,
block. Okay,
Watches of Switzerland is closing 16 boutiques
that's
and
it. That's
cutting
the other thing.
jobs.
Okay, I heard that too. I can't. Someone's verify whoever verified, but
Yeah.
I heard they're laying off in the United States. Watch the Switzerland laying off people, their sales reps.
I'm guessing it's to keep the cost down, right? And they
Yeah,
don't want to, maybe they want to like reduce the expenses so
yeah,
that they can show smaller losses than they actually have.
yeah. And also Hublot, which was a boutique in Boston on AB Block in Boston on Newbury Street, they
Hmm.
left about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. So
Wait,
Hublot,
what?
the
Hublot?
boutique,
Oh
left
shit.
about 4 or 5 weeks ago. However, Omega just came in with a new with their boutique just about 2 weeks ago. So Omega's
Really?
on the AB block now
Fuck me.
on Newberry.
I
So
on
I
Newbury,
on Newberry. So Omega just came in around
in
2 weeks ago.
Boston, yeah.
Boston, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, Hublot. What
But
they
Hugo
do?
left a while back. Like so I look at that. I look at that too. But I mean Hugo does fine in Miami with the South Americans. And actually
Yeah.
I like a lot of their models. I would just never personally buy one because of the recent taint that it's got on it.
Let's see what do they got going on here.
I think they've got some nice models.
They're recently kind of re-released their older models, right?
Yeah, I think they're
These
doing.
new.
I think they're fine.
It's pretty cool. Let's see. Ceramic. Ceramic Big Bang. It kind of looks cool.
Yeah,
It's just
I think they're good looking.
expensive, like the whole thing.
Yeah,
And like, how many watches you gonna have? Like seriously, how many watches? Some of these. Did you see it? Uh,
that's actually a really nice Miami watch because it's got a rubber strap for the humidity. It looks like it's really durable. It looks like it's 100 meters. It looks like it. I could be wrong. Water
20
resistance.
years. I mean, like, okay, let me show you something. Let's take a look at, this guy, this NYC watch guy. Have you, have you followed this dude?
I don't. This one I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyways, he's like a watch collector. He's got like every watch,
Well, good for
every
him.
hype watch that's being made.
Well, good for him. Good. God bless him. He's lost
Yeah,
30. But God bless him.
yeah. God bless. Look, he's let's see, what does he got here? The thing you see as soon as you land in Dubai. Oh, okay, okay.
It's a good. I mean, if you're going to, it's a good addiction. It's better than drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Some of the stuff you can make money on. Some of it
Well,
is.
the Connemara Blow definitely, but the the Gronfeld on the left probably not. Even though it's really a nice watch.
Mm-hmm.
The Connemara Blues, the Epi joints, yeah, probably so.
For sure. And then when he's got the Sartori Ballard. The Sartori Ballard just did a collab with the Studio Underdog.
Oh, speaking of that, speaking of that,
Mhm,
speaking of that, we're jumping around a lot, but you
mhm.
know who I really do like? I like Messina Labs, and they've got a lot of new collabs recently.
And Messina Lab is great.
I think they're doing a great job. I think they're doing a great job. I think they've got watches that are like $3,500 that I think are great values.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
they just came out with one that's 110,000. That's a collab. They Messina Lab has a collab with Moser, a chronograph
Mhm.
that right now you can put down $7,500. It's $15,000 for the chronograph Moser Messina Lab.
Let me see here. Let me pull it up. Moser.
Now put
Messina.
a look under Messina Lab. You'll get if you find it on there. I was just looking at them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that. That's
I don't know if it
very
looks like a Moser though.
yeah. Look at that.
That's it.
It is a Moser, but it's with like a Messina Lab style
Fake.
of a dial.
Yeah.
Usually, Mosers are very clean,
Yep.
very simplistic,
Yep.
whereas
The movement.
Messina Lab they're overdone.
Right. The movement is definitely Moser. If you go the
Yeah.
reverse back. So, yeah.
Hey, Cam.
Yo, what's
There.
going on?
Big
Yo, yo,
Cam.
yo.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Hamster.
Hey,
Can't
Cam.
complain.
Hey,
Good.
Just
Cam.
Where are you? Where are you? In Atlanta?
yeah, just came back from a vacation.
Good. Where?
Sick.
No, I was in Sandestin.
Oh, I know exactly. Florida.
Use
Nice
the
area.
restroom.
Yeah.
Great area. Near Pensacola. It's really
Yeah.
nice. The golf courses and everything else. I haven't been there in years. Yep.
Yeah, it's my first
Beautiful
time.
area. Were you in Watercolors area or are you in Sandestin?
It was Sandestin.
All right. So there was a Hilton there. Did you stay at the Hilton down right near the golf course or the beaches there are beautiful?
Yeah. I stay at this hotel called the Hotel Effie.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. That I don't know. Okay. Good. Nice, pretty area. And
I,
also, what is it, like a 5-hour drive did you drive or fly?
I just drove. It was like
Okay. How long is it? 5 or 6 hours?
it was 5.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, my colleagues in Louisiana, that's where they go to. So they're in Watercolors, which is a little further down. It's
Really?
really nice. I haven't been there in years. Very, very nice.
Yeah, they have this thing called 38 that I visited while I was down there.
What is 38?
I'll have to show you when Tim comes back. I'll have him pull it up.
Okay.
It's
Good.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of 38 in Florida, Tim?
Nice. Putting nice things.
Hey, I'm back.
Timmy, have you heard of 38 in Florida?
It's a
38.
38 in Florida now.
So
Me neither.
pull up Alice Beach.
Okay. Alice Beach. Okay.
What is it? What is it? A party scene?
No, this is it.
Oh, it's like Watercolors.
Yeah, it's
It's beautiful. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's Water Sound. Yeah, it's the same gig. They just this is really an expensive area now.
Yeah.
Wow. You were working here with
I was on
what are you
vacation.
doing?
Just
On vacation. Nice vacation.
running around.
Wow, it looks like Greece.
Yeah, that's what I think they were going for.
Yeah. Looks cool. Very, very kind of yeah, Greece vibe. Greece island
Alice
vibe.
Strand's got it. It's seaside. It's Rosemary Beach. Yeah, it's a really nice area. They really popped it, and basically they redid like 10 years ago the Pensacola Airport. So now everyone can fly in and out. It's nice.
Pretty cool.
Very,
Pretty cool. So how was the vacation? Would you recommend people to go there?
No.
Oh wow, that's way off. Okay. It's It's in the north. Uh-huh.
The beach is nice. Like the water is clear, but
Did you
this
actually go
area,
to the beach?
this area is like more for families. Around this time of year, it's not really the weather's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
You need a sweater.
Yeah,
Anything north of Jupiter in Florida, because there's a where the Hope Sound is, which is on the east side. So south of Hope Sound is considered tropics. So even
yeah.
Orlando, you need a sweater in January, February, March, in my opinion. So you really want to be, if you want to live in Florida, you've got to be south of Hope Sound or Naples. That's south because it's on the other side. But no, this is a beautiful area.
It
They're
looks
they're,
like they're building it up. You can
they're
see
making it.
still empty lots here.
Yeah, they're making it into a white picket fence area for
Yeah.
families.
Well, this is in
Holy
2015.
shit.
Go look at recent pictures on Google.
Okay.
Like Google
Well,
pictures.
yeah, no. Okay. Okay.
Like
Well, let's just do this one. Let's just do here. Okay. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
yeah, just hit escape and then
Well,
backspace.
they're noted for their beaches there because they're crystal white, and so that's one of the things that they're noted for. And in America,
Yeah.
they're noted for one of the nicer beaches in the United States.
Wait, go back a little bit, like to the search page
Uh-huh.
for Alice Beach.
Yeah, Hollis Strand. You got it.
Okay.
So Carl Rove lives there. The guy that helped Bush 40,
Really?
yeah, stuff like that. But yeah,
Oh.
Hollis Strand sort of mentioned it.
Wait, like go to the Google search real quick
Oh, the Google search. Okay.
and put Alice
Alice.
Beach.
Okay. Alice Beach. Like this.
Hollis Strand, I didn't know
Like
that
this.
about a beach, but that's interesting.
It's beautiful.
All white buildings. Very interesting neighborhood.
It's
Yeah,
like
Look at that.
Greece.
it looks like a modern day Santorini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to go for is like the Hamptons of the South.
Oh,
What they're trying to develop here in the Panhandle.
so cool. Is it expensive or reasonable?
Yeah, it's a bit expensive.
It's expensive.
I heard that Florida is losing a lot of population recently.
Migration. Well, people realize that some of the summers you got to spend the summer. Terrain isn't that. In all due respect, I mean, I hate to douche on all these states, but the terrain isn't that beautiful unless you live out near the ocean. I mean, you basically in like alligator country. I mean, not to sound mean, but what its advantages are taxes, and if you run a business, you can run a business and you avoid a lot of taxes and stuff. And if you live in these high end areas like Palm Beach or Naples or wherever, I understand it. But this is a select few.
I mean, Ron DeSantis needs to develop Florida a lot. Like Florida has a lot of development to do outside of
Absolutely,
Miami.
absolutely. Or outside of just even Orlando, it's just sprawling. It's all highway. It's just sprawling. Nothing wrong with that, but
And
it's just
everything is just like spread out. Like you go
yeah,
to the
totally.
area and
Well,
you're driving for so long just for the next
well,
thing.
what makes Miami now sort of nice is it's quasi walkable now if you go on Brickell and I'm not a South Beach guy, but Brickell and everything you can walk around without a car, but you need a car. You need a car in Florida. You need a car in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's even worse down there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. When I'm on vacation, I don't want a car.
Yeah, you have to rent a car. Oh my god, it's a pain in the ass.
It's just a
Did you
pain.
have?
It's just another step that I just don't want. That's why I like San Francisco and like Washington D.C. and New York and New Orleans. New Orleans, you can walk. Chicago.
Nice. Yeah, take some subway, some kind of
You can't beat,
metro.
but you can't beat the weather. I mean, you're probably still in the 60s there, right? You hit a bad spell when you were down there,
Some
right?
of these cities, they're fucking obnoxious with the way they really make you have a car. I was watching some of these real
In all the
estate,
respect,
how they build shit
all
in
the,
Florida.
and in all the respect, Los Angeles, it is beautiful, but Los Angeles, GM had lobbyists so they
Yeah,
wouldn't have a train. Okay,
right.
they,
Yeah, what the
they
fuck?
still they still don't have a. They don't. They spent $17 billion in California for a train service, and they still don't have one. Okay, that's a problem.
Insane.
That's
It's
a problem.
insane.
Okay,
It's really, really fucked up. Like the
so they want you to
train would do
drive a car.
such.
Now they want you to drive an EV, which is even worse.
It was so cool in Europe to go on the train from Geneva to Paris, then from Paris to London. What an incredible thing! And then in UK, they got trains everywhere. Go to almost every corner on the train. You don't have to drive. So you could just fall. I just fell asleep on the train. It was so relaxing. Good
Uh,
times.
anyway, congratulations, Cam.
Yeah,
Back to
good
watch.
stuff, Cam.
Yeah,
Good stuff. What watch did you wear?
I just wore the Digest. Yeah.
Did you see any cool watches while you were there?
No, I didn't go to like a watch store or anything down there.
Yeah.
I mean, without doxing your work, how is work slowed down? Is it about the same
How's
or?
the job?
So it's to say I just took like time off,
I
just
understand.
take a vacation.
Are they hiring at your firm, or are they everything's flat, or where is things?
Things are kind of flat in terms of hiring. I mean, we are only bringing in two interns this summer, which
Okay.
is not
Well,
not the
What
use. It's
what do
usually
you typically what do you typically bring in?
probably like 10 to 15
All right, so
interns.
wow.
that's huge. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Are you in like Buckhead area for work? Are you right next to the mall?
No, I work in like Midtown.
Got it. Okay, near Coca-Cola.
Like a little bit north of there.
Okay.
Here, Coca-Cola. It's funny. Yeah, but see, the problem, guys, in the watch space is shit like this. Like, there's just you get to a certain point, and it's like, how many watches are you going to have? There's so many
Oh,
of
good
these
for him.
super
It's
high
good.
end watches.
There could be worse
But
addictions. No,
no, but
there could,
he's not even that unique. Like, there's a lot of watch collectors that are like this, right? And at certain point, doesn't matter. Like
well, he's got some bangers there. He's got some
no,
really
it's
good.
all bangers. There's no watch below 50,000. I think it's
Well,
all 100K
well.
plus.
Hold on, he's got an RM10. I see the Chronomet Blue.
Mhm. So with
I
the
don't.
tourbillon, that's our RAM with the tourbillon.
Oh, it is okay. So that's
Yeah,
at least they start at they now start at 350. That's all I
right.
got. The Tourbillon. Okay,
Exactly.
that's insane.
It's expensive.
What's the one? What's the one? What's the blue one on the right? That's the second one on the right. The round one that says blue with the one looks like a Roger Dubuis. What's the one? What top row?
Top
Top
row.
top row. The square watch. The one below it. What's that?
Oh, that's a Voutilainen, I think. Or let's see, it's got that
He puts his.
hand. It's a
He puts.
J and Shapiro, actually. I
Okay.
think.
All right. Well, these are all bangers. See, well,
Yeah,
he spent his lifetime working on this, so
but
Wait,
like,
what watch
how
would you
far
guys
is he gonna go? I mean,
consider
is
the
he gonna
collection?
collect for the next 20 years? You think?
I don't know.
What
But
watch
that's
would you what watch would you pick out of the collection?
the
If
only
I
one.
could have one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I would take the Vacheron overseas in titanium.
Oh,
The
is that the Everest?
this one, the Everest, yeah, the Everest edition.
Where is that? I don't see that.
Second from the top, Second from the top.
I think that's one of the nicest watches ever.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
great
that's one.
piece.
It's not me, but it's one of the nicest watches ever.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it's a great one and done. It's titanium. It's light. It's
100%.
GMT. There's
100%.
other like more expensive watches there, but I think that one is just like
No,
it's just
it took this
great
guy.
one and done.
He's got. Let's see. The bottom row is worth. The bottom row is worth probably
Like
800.
$1 million pieces. Well,
Yeah, I have $800,000 a row.
it looks like a John Mayer. Then you got a John Mayer AP. You got a tourbillon. Then you've got that new watchmaker. That's like 100 grand watch.
Who's that? Who's that guy?
Let's see. Pinard, I think he's called.
Okay, I
I'm
don't
not
even
too
know.
familiar with him.
I'm not even
Let me
familiar.
see. Let me try to pull it up. Oh yeah, I was right about the J and Shapiro. See right there.
Yeah.
But let me pull up this Pinard watch for you. It's an interesting. Yeah, it's this one. Sylvain Pinard.
Okay.
See that?
Hey, he doesn't have a Grubel Force.
Grubel Forsey.
Yeah,
He might have it, just not in that picture. I think he has more watches than just in those two boxes. Because he's got look, he's got this one. Look,
Well, how do you
here's
think
another.
how do you think he bought them? Because some of these watches, he can't just walk into ep1516 and say, "I want a Cardamom Bleu" and get one.
I think he just got them gray from like European or something. Or maybe like look at this. He's got this one, the fucking Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. He's got the Simone Brett, the rose gold. Vinnie Holter. Holy shit. Gyroscopic tourbillon.
No, this guy died
Not sure
tomorrow.
if this is his, but
If this guy
oh,
died
it's
tomorrow,
the
he'd die happy. It's because he's got every watch he wants.
yeah, he's got everything.
Oh,
Literally.
look at that! He's got a Cubitus. Isn't that interesting?
That's right.
I have a love-hate relationship with that watch.
Really? They made him smaller now.
Yeah, the 40 millimeter. But is that in gold or is that stainless steel?
Two-tone.
Oh, okay. They're gonna make a fortune on that.
That's a pretty cool piece. Oh, there's the Grubel Forsey. Got one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the convex. Those are the ones.
Oh,
that
he says, do I want one? Absolutely. Can I afford one? Absolutely not. What? Dude, he's fucking with us.
Yeah, those are the convex Grubel Forsey. So the 220, 250. I prefer the ones.
He can't afford one.
I prefer the ones that Zuckerberg has. The ones that are non-convex.
Handmade?
No, the ones that are non-convex. There's traditional ones that they've got without the warts, as I call it, without the ones that spew out. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice though.
Here's another look into
Holy
the box.
crap! He's got another box.
No, this is the same box, but he had them side by side. I think he got two boxes. Oh shit! Look at this Anderson Genève.
Anderson Genève. I know
is sick.
That's one that I really want, but it'll never happen because they're too obscure. Not that watch, but Anderson Genève.
Anderson Genève, just in general, it's too of us obscure of a brand.
It's just too obscure.
Yeah, it's an independent.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
I
watches.
wouldn't have one because Higgy has one.
Who has one?
Higgy.
I don't.
Higgy baby.
Anyways, I don't care about
that.
The issue I have with Anderson Genève and a lot of these, he's older than I am. If he dies, what happens? Who services it?
Exactly.
That's my problem with some of these watches. So I look at that because of the servicing. You got to service a watch every I service a watch every 7 years unless it breaks. But you've got to service these damn watches.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff is going to be
Epijorn 25% is owned by Chanel. So the guy dies. Epijorn dies. He's got his brother and he's got another. He's got Chanel behind him. So I'm okay there. Laurent Ferrier dies. He's got his son and his investors, so I'm okay there too. But some of these others I don't know about.
Some weird stuff here, like this Sylvain Pinot. I'm not 100%. Oh, look at this. He was at the factory or whatever, at the workshop there,
Good
uh,
for him. Oh,
seeing how it's made.
he's buying them direct.
Dude, yeah. Well, he's a mega kind of a lead. So these guys, they invite him to see the process and to be one of the first people to buy it. It's a great honor. He's being recognized as one of the mega collectors. It's a big deal. He was in Dubai. I met him.
No, good for you. What does he look
Yeah.
like? I don't know what he looks like.
He's let me see it. How does he look like? He looks like Tiger Woods.
Okay,
Okay,
good
if
for him.
that says anything. Yeah, he looks like Tiger Woods.
Is it family money or is it oil
I have
money
no
or is it
idea.
okay or is it
No idea. I didn't ask. Probably self-made. I don't know.
AI money or something? Okay.
No idea. I don't know what he does. I was doing a live stream,
Look at that. It's
so
got some nice. Those are nice. Those are really nice Pateks.
yeah. Oh, these?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the
Actually,
best.
they should
Five
have. They
five five
I,
one seven zero.
for their chrono, I agree with you 100%.
The blue dial with diamonds. SLC watch collector has one of these.
Oh, good for him. Nice.
He's from Salt Lake City, right? SLC.
Oh,
Salt
good for
Lake
him. You know what I like about him too? I like the pushers that are the
Square.
rectangle on these the pushers on the 2 and the 4 of the
Mhm.
Patek. It's just they should have kept everything like this.
Yeah, the new ones I'm not a
I'm not.
big fan of.
I'm me neither. Isn't that funny? Okay.
Fuck me, I bet this was in Dubai 27 weeks ago. Let's see, what time is it?
Is that a Vacheron?
No, that's the FB Journe,
Oh,
the
that's it.
hand.
Yeah, hand. That's the Epijourn hand. Yeah, I got it.
The
Okay.
hand. Talk to the hand.
Oh, look at that. He's got a Recepi.
Holy shit. He's got every color. Rishepi? Wait, where?
Is
Oh,
that it?
is that his?
Yeah, it
Maybe.
is. It is.
Congrats. The ultimate stunner. Patek Pure says the best of the best. Yeah, it's probably his. But there's only 10 of these, I think, of each color.
Fucking nice.
Yeah. Big deal. Looks like he's a Trump fan as well.
There you go.
Let's see. What else? Oh, look at those kicks in the background. That's
Does he have,
a
he have
Caribbean.
yeah. Does he have a Baltic? Does he have a? Does he have a?
Oh yeah, there's Baltic.
He does. Look at
Baltic
that.
with the oil money chronograph.
Does he have a? Does he have a Bell and Ross?
Oh, there's a Grubel Forsey.
Yeah, that's the convex one. They're
Mm-hmm.
nice, but I like the non-convex.
They are. There's a Voda line and the Kronfeld. You see
I'm not
that?
so the Grunfeld that is a tourbillon Grunfeld.
No, it's not a tourbillon. It's with the, I think, what's it called? The Remontoir.
Okay.
One of those things. Very nice. It's got a what's it called?
Hey, what's the blue dial one? I know it, but I don't know the name offhand.
The Bethune?
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. It's a reflection.
What does that run me? What does that run me? 40?
100 grand right now.
Oh, I didn't know.
Starry Various.
Okay.
Let's see. Chrono 24. Let's see. Starry Various. Is there one available? Okay, 80 grand. 73 grand.
Okay.
Yeah. These are pretty fucking cool.
I love them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy one, but I love them.
It's expensive. expensive shit,
If I'm,
man.
if I'm in that club, if I'm paying that much, which unfortunately I would on some watches, it's got to be more of a name brand where I can get service.
The Bethune is pretty solid, no? They're owned by Watchbox, part owned.
Oh, I know that. I do know that.
Yeah.
Do you like that idea, by the way?
The Watchbox own partnership. I
Yeah.
think Watchbox is here to stay, right? I
Okay.
think it's here to stay.
Do you like the actual owner of 1916? I'm not gonna
What?
say do I like him or not. I'm just curious. He lives in Connecticut. Even though he's Philadelphia, he lives in Fairfield County, Connecticut.
The Watchbox guys.
Yeah. The owner.
They're running serious business. You know, they're
Oh, I know.
are
I
they
know.
bigger than the European watch company?
Oh, 100% because they own
Really?
1916 and they own all the boutiques. They own the Patek down and there's two Pateks in Miami. They got Grofberg, right? They got Grofberg. They got
Govberg.
1916 and they own Watchbox is no longer. It's 1916. So they own a lot.
Fuck. And they got Jack Forster.
Yeah. What was this?
Yeah.
Sorry about
They're a
that.
big deal. They're a very big deal.
Yeah, they're a very big deal. No, they own a lot. And also, I think they hyped ep1516 where they controlled the market for a while.
FP Jordan too, yeah.
Okay, they controlled the market. They like the Bass Brothers was silver. They controlled like I think they're trying to do it with Moser.
Oh yeah, they're big spruikers of Moser.
Yeah, I think what they do is they control the market. They're big enough where they can control. So they have Grofberg and they started in Cleveland. They're 1960. They were Watchbox in Philadelphia, main line, old money. And then the guy lives in Connecticut, and then he's got Patek in Miami. There's two Patek boutiques in Miami. He's got them, and I think he's got a few others. I think they control a lot. They're huge compared to European watch company.
European, they could expand and start getting authorized dealers. That would be the next step for them.
I don't think European company would do that. I don't think I don't think the two guys up top would do that. This guy is the owner of 1916. I mean, I don't know if
I heard that one of them retired recently.
What the owners of European?
John, yeah, European. No, yeah, the European watch company.
They're older. They're older, but they've done a. I don't think they're going the route of boutique. I think they've established themselves as like one of the leading for Pateks. If you want to buy a Patek that is on the secondary market, that's like if you're a Patek like connoisseur, that's like one of the first places you go to in the world. I mean, the guy that I deal with there, he's Chinese. He's got like the Chinese market. He's got the oligarchs in China, basically.
Yeah, and they got connections in Dubai as well.
Everywhere. Last time I was there, the owner of the Cubs was in there. I was chatting with him. He's the owner of the Cubs.
Fuck! They got my favorite blank pawn.
How much is that?
28,000. What the fuck? How's it going up in price? Ridiculous. Oh, it's stickered. Holy shit. That's just insane. These prices are wild, guys. Upvote, guys. Upvote the live stream. Come on. We got, I think we're going to wrap it up here. 3 hours. It's hard, guys. It is really, really hard. Cam, any final things that you want to, the final topics that you want to discuss before we wrap this puppy up?
Well, I'll probably be in the Bahamas in a couple weeks. So
Very nice. Where do you go? Where
Huh.
do you go there? Nassau?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
they're in Nassau. So any suggestions on any watches I should ask my AD for?
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, you should ask for the new Rolex. Any sort of metal. And then you figure it out once he gives it to you. The new Rolex, the new Sky, what is it? Sky Dweller?
Yeah.
Timmy, what's it called? Land Dweller?
Land Dweller. If you can get any of the new Rolexes. Daniel Katz 279, first super chat of the night. I got connection
Oh
to
yeah,
a
we
jail
heard.
cell.
I'll
Thank
buy you.
you. Thank you,
I'll buy you
Daniel
some.
Katz. Daniel
I'll buy
Katz
you some
saved the
shirt.
show.
Yeah, there you go. I forgot all about that. I'll vote and super chat. Timmy needs to make a living.
Got a rent to pay. Guys, if you enjoy these shows, you can if you want to support the show, uh you can either super chat or use the PayPal link in the chat. You can also watch for free if you enjoy the show. No problems
Hey,
there.
what's going on? So the weekend, what's going on Sunday? So I can sit back and drink something.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh, I think we're gonna talk about the trip. We'll open some maybe wine. I'll open a bottle of wine. I'll just to unwind after the hard trip. I'll try to bring out as many pictures from the behind the scenes as we
good,
can,
good.
and we'll talk about the watches and wonders. We'll talk about Paris, and we'll talk about London, and about just the trip in general and how you guys can do a similar trip, right?
There you go.
And
And
we'll have just some fun.
you can be a tour guide. You know,
Bit of a tour guide, right?
my
Now it could be.
my my ex
Do
my ex did that for a job that she would put together a group and they would go to Prague.
mm,
Okay, and
Prague.
she did
Yeah.
very well doing that.
Thank you,
That was
Dr. Bob's, for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that.
Dr. Bob. You're in the
Prague is cool.
you're yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, no,
reason
it's
she knew the
Tim.
history.
I don't think I would do it. I would do it because it's so difficult. To do these the tours, just scheduling everything. It's
Well,
absolute
you have
fucking
to
pain in
please
the
everybody.
ass.
No, you control the group though. You have like 10. She had like 10 or 12 people in the group.
Yeah. Oh, and then I guess if it's like I do a schedule and I say, okay, 10 o'clock we'll all meet here. Then 12 o'clock we'll meet over
Yeah,
there,
and then
and
they
like
go to a museum and stuff like that. And then they go to dinner, and then or you have three choices to go to dinner.
mhm,
You don't have to go with the group. You can go on your own with
right.
the couple and stuff. And actually, she did pretty well. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, I just let her go alone, but that's what she did.
Hmm. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Tim,
What's up?
when's the next domestic trip?
Not in a long. The next what domestic trip?
Yeah.
Uh, what's next? There is a trip that's coming up. Hold on. No, I'm gonna be going to what's it called? The Hawaii, and then it's Dubai. I'm not doing
Really,
anything between that.
this watch here is a gorgeous watch for the money because it's platinum, and I think it's an absolutely gorgeous watch. I think this is their best value watch for an FP Journey on
Well,
the
and
second
it's not hyped like the chronometer blue,
blue,
but it
right?
is fucking
It's literally,
elegant as fuck.
in my opinion, it's the best value watch that FP Journey has,
Mm, mm,
and it's platinum. And you
really
know what?
beautiful.
It could be your one and done.
Yeah, it is. 30 meters of water resistance. Unfortunately, it's a
I'm
great
okay with
dress
that.
watch. It could be a great secondary watch.
Yeah, I'm okay with 30 meters because I don't jump in pools, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like to jump in the pool or go for a swim.
But yeah, they control. I think they sort of cornered the ep1516 market at one time. I think so.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they got to FP before anybody else was onto it. And they basically made FP what it is
I agree with
today,
you.
a hype brand.
I'm in your camp on that. I'm in
Yeah,
your camp.
because back in those early days, nobody was making videos. Nobody had access to those watches to begin
I
with.
agree. I
So
agree. And I
they,
think they're trying to do it with Moser, and I think they're trying to do it with there's another brand, but like the Bass brothers with the from Houston that did it with silver. They cornered the market during their time. They actually literally bought like all the silver. They cornered the market for like a month. They
Mhm.
made a ton of money.
Hmm.
And it's interesting too. Like Essential Watches, 300 watches a year are made from Grupo Forci. They buy 30% of their watches on Beverly Hills.
Shit.
So they've got 300 watches is nothing. If you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, 300 watches. Fucking, yeah, you're right.
So if you have a little bit of money, you can sort of corner the market if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and if they have like these mega investors coming
Oh yeah,
in,
that's how Zuckerberg bought his Grupo Forces. Is through
yeah,
them.
yeah. And if you have mega like and that's actually a lot of big conglomerates, a lot of these hedge fund uh, conglomerates, they don't even know where to put their billions in. They got literally billions of dollars.
That's why you got to hang out, and that's why you have to hang out in Greenwich, Connecticut, the hedge fund
Mhm.
capital of the world.
Ah, there we go. And that's where they probably found these guys and said, hey, we have a business idea,
That's why they,
making watches desirable and charging insane money for it.
yeah,
And
exactly.
they said, fuck yeah, let's do it, guys.
Let's do it. Let's control the market.
It's nothing there, and it's like drop in the bucket, to be
For
honest,
them,
for
absolutely,
those hedge fund guys, right? It's a drop
absolutely,
in the bucket.
absolutely. Thomas Burnett, my man.
Thomas Burnett, £5. Super chat. Who was the person that you saw wearing the best watch on your trip in Geneva, Paris, and London? Sean had a great collection with him, in my opinion. Yeah, Sean brought 4 watches or 5. Incredible stuff.
It's a
The
I like Manny's brigade. That's the
Marine big date.
I actually like his a lot.
Yeah, that was a great watch.
It's a great watch.
Beautiful piece. You know what? I don't think I even seen any watches on the trip. Oh, oh, oh. You know what? Oh, there was a watch that I've seen that fucking blew my mind, but for different reasons. Okay, it was like not counting Sean because Sean had a great collection with him. That's a given, right? But a best watch that somebody owned, and it wasn't for it wasn't anything like it wasn't anything special. Here, let me show you the watch. It's a watch that everybody has seen, but check this out. It was this watch. It was a solid gold dancer.
Oh god damn!
Oh, yeah, I know, I know. It was a cool thing. It was it was a 36 mil. Oh, you know what? There was a watch that was maybe even better than this, but I don't have a picture of it.
I've
But
never seen.
actually, yeah.
I've never I've never seen a dial like that. No, I
But
like Manny's watch. I'm
yeah.
in Thomas Burnett's camp.
But get this. So we seen these 2 watches that are very special. So this was a lady owned this watch, and this was given to her by her boyfriend. It was engraved on the back, like for my love or something. So that was really cool. I didn't take a picture of the back, But then we also saw there was a gentleman at a bar that we were hanging out at, and we were
Oh, the
drinking all
guy
these
from Texas.
Negronis.
The guy from Texas.
The guy from Texas, he had a date just
So
in gold that was given to
Daniel,
his father by Ford
yeah,
himself.
I know. That's unheard of today. You'll be fired.
Mind blowing stuff.
You'll be fired before you get a watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays they just they don't
You you'll
give
be you'll be too old to work. You're done. 55. They want you out the door.
yep. They fire you before you can get to certain salary positions.
You're too
Even
expensive. You're
it's
too
even true in
expensive.
huh?
You're too expensive.
Yeah, it's once you get to certain seniority position, once you're like 10
Uh,
years at a company, they fucking sack your ass
put
because
a
oh, you're coming up to
Don,
possibly promotions. They don't fucking want you around.
Don, put a fork in you.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It was yeah, the times have really changed. You know, I think I'm the only person in modern day that got a watch for their service. Actually, I've got 1.5 watches for my service.
Oh no, Humble Pine gave you a great watch.
The Humble Pine is a legend. Where is my watch roll, by the way?
I don't know. Did I take it? Did I
Oh no.
come in? Uh-oh. Man, you don't even get up. You need to get a diet.
You know, I should have it engraved on the back that it's from Humble Pine in service to the watch community.
That's really a nice watch.
Yeah. Right. I think I'll get it engraved. That will be
Everything,
pretty cool.
everything is an integrated bracelet today. Everything.
Yeah. Because I'm not gonna be selling it. That's for sure.
No, it's really a nice
Uh
watch.
oh. We got celebrities joining us. Hey, Daniel Katz, welcome to the show.
Nice.
How are you doing?
I'm trying to keep
Daniel
up.
is relaxing. You had a most relaxing day ever eating a banana there?
No, I'm just eating it now.
Very
I'm trying.
nice.
I'm trying to keep up my potassium.
I had a banana right before doing the stream.
Uh,
I
does
had
that
such a-
make us both monkeys, Tim?
Yeah, we're just well, that's what we are. We're monkeys dancing for the watch community, our viewers, right?
Yeah. Listen, I popped in. I wasn't going to come on. I was going to.
I'm about to end the stream anyway.
I know. But
Yeah.
the question is, you said whoever Thomas, and Thomas is great, but hey, Thomas.
The greatest watch we saw. Yeah, it's a great question actually.
But what was the question, by the way? Oh, who
The
was
best watch that we
Oh, I
saw
see.
on our trip.
That's a good question. He's a good discussionist. You know, spurs discussion. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
It's a good super chat. It's good use of his money. Let's give him some value.
Some value. Okay. Yeah, I think the stocks would go up on Thomas Burnett shares. Anyways, I you mentioned that he was a legend. Did you say that, or you said someone?
He is a legend. Yeah.
There's a lot of legends in the world. I'm just wondering how many legends are there. So many people
There's a handful. There's a handful. Yeah.
Oh, there's a handful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just a handful.
Just a handful.
Okay. Okay.
So did you have a favorite watch, Daniel?
Hate to say it, but I'm addicted to three-hand pieces. The salmon, Patek Philippe, Subpack to some extent I still like as a sports watch, kind of dress watch. And I'm kind of boring. I think the very expensive reversals, the paint-on reversals that start around $200,000, I like those. The miniature paintings, enameled paintings.
Oh, but yeah, those paint. You actually saw those hand painted reverses?
I did. I saw the guy working on it. I got to talk to him for a bit. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. He had his loop, and he was he was designing with, he was miniaturizing
It's
from
like a
an
single
actual.
hair, right? He's painting with a single hair.
Oh, maybe it's a miniature brush,
Mm.
and he goes to different paints and mixes them, does everything like a painter, but it's for miniature. And he's carrying a conversation with me while doing it, so he's got kind of a discipline that he's able to do it
Mm-hmm.
and carry on his craft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all for this show, I guess. Yeah, you saw him too. You were there, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
But
I walked
I
up
came back.
to when you were looking at him.
Shit, my back. I just moved a little bit on my seat. It hurt my back. Jeez.
Oh, geez. From the
Yeah,
flight? Is it still, you're still recovering from the flight?
I don't know. All of a sudden, my back was bothering me a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, do you ever do when you're on a level? No, not that. Where you go down over. Okay, wait a minute. Let's say
Did I ever go down on somebody?
that's not what I thought. Behave yourself.
Okay.
Let's say I'm going to use my Hebrain here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you are a Hebrain. That's the Hebrain, and you put your body over this level thing here, and your feet are your straps. You hang the straps. You press the feet against some support, and you breathe out. Hold on, let me do it right. And you go over, and then you lift up, and you go over. Like you'll have your hands like this, okay, over your head, or like this. Listen to me, Tim. See, look at me, like this.
I'm watching.
Or you're holding a weight, So you're going over the sledge. These are your legs. The straps are your legs, and the dial is your head, and you go over.
Whoa! And then you
And
come up.
and you're
You know,
working.
Daniel, I
Do you ever
almost
do that?
died. No, I haven't done that, but I almost died in the plane. Okay.
yeah.
You know what I did? I don't know what the hell happened. Get this. I was in the chair, reclined back as far as the chair could go, right? Like that.
Right. No, yeah.
And then I needed to reach something that was kind of far away. And I tried to come up, right?
Yeah.
So my
Oh man, you came from
my
the
chest
worst
muscles
position.
tensed
Yeah.
up, and then Daniel, I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell happened.
Yeah.
A muscle over here, a muscle over here,
That's your. I think
cramped
that's.
up so freaking hard, it twisted into a nut,
Yeah.
and it grabbed me so hard. I was like,
Oh, Tim, you screwed up your. Tim,
I
you got a
started
Charlie
freaking out.
horse around there. You had a Charlie
Was that
horse
the
right
Charlie
there.
horse? Oh
Yeah.
my
The
God.
worst placement. Did you grab a banana or something?
Oh,
Poor
I
guy.
felt like somebody grabbed.
How long did you go? Did you yell, scream, what?
Well, oh my God, I just, I went full white. I had to lean back, and then I had to press the button to lift me up because I couldn't get up.
Yeah.
And the pain was so intense. I had to like get up, holding my side, go and start stretching. I was stretching in the plane. I went to
that's
the
at
toilet
least
area.
Tim, I think it looks like the QLs, the quantum laborium, around the side. Those muscles really can act up just in general. But yeah, I was just talking about an exercise where you go down, not that down. People don't get into that kind of thinking.
Because I'm afraid. Don't even show it to me, because I'm afraid that if I go down, I won't be able to get up like that anymore.
Well, actually, because of my budget. Sorry, I'm just talking Tim G a little second here about this. Hi, Tim G, actually, and Cam. But anyways, it's something that my personal trainer does not want me to do at all.
Are you getting a Philip Pekulik, Daniel? Thomas Burnett wants to know.
I was going to get it, Tim. And then all of a sudden there's this thing called the stock exchange and everything killed me. So I'm not sure now.
Daniel Katz is financially fucked.
well, everybody is, and I thought some dividends were coming my way, but they are just to be put with a bunch of cash that's been put aside to pay off the closing estate at the end of November. So I'm not getting any of that. So yeah, it's a rough
If
situation.
anybody is looking to buy Daniel Katz's Forlan Marie, get in touch with me. I currently have it. It is for sale.
Oh, the Disco Volante, yeah.
The Disco Valente, basically at retail, whatever Daniel paid for it. If anybody wants it, I have it. Get in touch with me.
Tim, it just as
Yeah.
long as people are used to turning the crown, they have to be able to be able.
Great crown. I don't know what you're talking about,
Oh,
Daniel.
it was not a problem. Okay.
It's not a problem for me.
Okay, so I overreacted, I guess.
Yeah. And Thomas Burnett sent another £2 super chat. He wants to know thoughts on the Ingenieur 35 millimeters. Is it going to be hit with the ladies? I think the only problem. Whoa! It's got an open case bag. Holy shit! What the fuck? On the 40, we don't get open case bag, but on the 35, we get a open case bag with the rose gold movement. That's fucking unfair.
No, I think that's a good thing. I don't know if I want an open case back. I don't know.
It's not a bad looking movement.
It's a pumped up 2892, isn't it, Tim G?
You know what? You would know that more than I would. I don't know.
Okay.
It's the same movement as in the 40.
Well, yeah, but it's the revamped 2892. If I remember, they had a 2892, but they revamped it, as opposed to one of their prized in-house movements. It's not one of them. Years ago, they had those moves, but for a bigger case. No, Mike, I didn't. We were exhausted, Alex offered to give us a lift to the airport to have lunch with us first, but he just ended up managing to get us to the airport. It was a nothing.
Did you have
day
lunch?
Away. Nothing day that day. We didn't. Both Manny and I were gone. There was no room. There was no energy.
Did you have lunch at least together?
Oh no, it was horrible. We got into one of those cheap coffee places at the airport. That have the worst sandwich on the planet. We all had a different worst sandwich forever. Alex, me, and Manny had something just horrible. Before you go in through security, and I remember years ago when I was 19 years of age, the Heathrow Airport was made like a tall structure, 4 stories high. It was beautiful. There were 5 terminals, but it was just a beautiful place wherever you walked, and with wooden structures, and I don't know. It was more about design. Now they make all the airports just like Toronto Airport, boring. Every airport I've been to is boring like Toronto Airport, except for Paris made some kind of attempt of a decent looking airport. Paris is the only one, but it was ugly. It was overpacked with people, Tim. I'm being a stuck up snob, I guess, but I was in a mass of humanity. I thought I could escape to a lounge so I can lose more things. Remember, I left my watch at the lounge in Toronto.
Oh, how did you get it back?
If they're sending it back to me for a certain charge. I didn't want to go back for a charge. They got it. They're sending it to me with the rule. But if I go to a lounge, I'll probably leave something else behind. But it was just a mass of humanity. You came earlier. It wasn't as bad, right?
I came early. I beat the rush hour traffic. At 5 o'clock, like during the day, that's when all the planes are coming in.
Yeah.
It gets mega busy. But
well, Tim G, do you ever experience Heathrow Airport?
Yeah, a few times for connection, or when I'm obviously going to London. But
yeah, but maybe I just in the bad section. I don't
I,
but it's
I take I usually still take a cab when I'm in London. I don't Uber or anything like that. I still take a cab. So
No,
I
the
go.
tube. Tube is
Yeah,
the way to do it.
I don't do. Unfortunately, I don't do public transportation. So
Yeah.
after a
yeah.
certain age, I said to myself, whatever. But I get it. I get the tube. I get it.
The tube might be fine if I'm not carrying too much luggage.
Well, that's the other thing. You know.
That's going up and down escalators and steps, looking for the signs, and I don't know, like, um, uh, Tim, you almost talked me into it, or Manny, or a couple of people. Look, the tube is right there. You can do it, but you went at a different time, and Alex spoiled us, so we went with Alex.
I get it. Hey, Mike Lewis, welcome to the show.
What's
Mike
going
Lopez,
on?
how
What's
are
going
you?
on, fellas? What's happening?
Yeah,
Hey,
Same
you
old
know,
crap. There's not that much going on in the watch world after watches and
I just want to
wonders.
say a big surprise. Mike Lewis and Alex look better in real life than when I see here on the camera. In the show. For some reason, you know, they look healthier or something than when I see them.
the cameras,
It was funny. It was funny. The day that we all left, I was already had already passed through security, and Kojak sent me a text saying, "We're here too, but we haven't gone through security." I said, "Well, I already did go through
Oh,
security,"
Oh
and
yeah.
so I thought maybe you guys were going to come through, and we could have a coffee or something all together. But I think there was about a 2 hour difference between our flights.
Oh, okay.
So you guys end up having coffee before you entered security.
Yeah, that was just because Alex promised let's go for lunch. We were going to do it on the way, but there was no decent on the way place diner to stop by for that lunch, and we almost we were going to do something in town, but I think we were concerned about the traffic and whatever, and it's kind of good that we got there early. It's okay, whatever.
Actually,
And
once you went through security and you went to in the area where a lot of people were actually waiting for their flight, there was a lot of different options of food you could eat, whether you wanted a cold sandwich or a burger or something like that, or even they even had sushi if you wanted at that one area.
yeah, but I don't trust like how how fresh is the sushi there. I guess it's okay. I mean, um, I think it was just a mass of humanity that just got me in a bad mood, not trusting anything to eat once I got through there. Plus, I did eat with Alex before we went through security. If we didn't, I would have rushed over to a lounge and just allowed myself to be pampered a little bit if I picked the right lounge there.
Right, you're right.
But Manny didn't want to do it, and I was going to give Manny some company. I thought, well, who needs a lounge? And did with Manny for a little bit longer, and then he left, and then I only had so many more minutes before I go to my gate, and they did things different at the gate, which I found really good, Tim. As soon as you got there, almost, they checked you in just to come into the room. They did that checking with checked you in. They did the check your passport, whatever, like before you go on a plane. They did that
Yeah.
before you went into the room, which is different. And then when we were all in the room, it was a whole, I don't know, 45 minutes before the flight, they started calling different people to come into the plane early. So the idea
Right.
is, isn't
yeah.
that interesting? So we got in the plane, and just as the crowd trickled in, they pre-checked you, and they allowed you into the plane, and there wasn't this massive humanity waiting in line to get in, and that's kind of a neat approach.
There was no
Now,
mad rush where it's like the running of the bull, right?
Right.
They open the gates and everybody rushes in, and people get trampled along
Right.
the way.
now they call you by
Tim.
group.
Yeah. But early. I was
Right.
like fifth one, but they called, and that I thought, why didn't I think of it? That was such a smart idea. And the only trouble is, I got into a seat that felt like a rock, as I told Tim. First of all, you didn't know this, Mike Lewis, but I went, I was like a virgin, like the song, like a virgin
Uh-huh.
for the first time. And I
Uh-huh.
like I entered the plane, not knowing what kind of tricks Virgin does. I come in and you see the fancy bar, like you're at a fancy bar type of thing. That's like first class. And
Right.
it show us, look what you're missing. Look what you're missing by not paying $20,000 for a flight to Toronto. And people with their big seats and the couches and the grand piano. Okay, I'm exaggerating. And then you go further to the right. Then you get the kind of the premium
Business.
seats,
You got business
the
class next.
business seat, and then down to something other seat, and then you go back.
Economy
Then you go
upgrade.
back to where the chickens and the turkeys and the ladies from Kazakhstan are, and a
You get
donkey. And
yeah,
that's where I was sitting.
you get crammed. Yeah, you're like a
Get
sardine.
crammed.
You're like
And
a sardine can.
and they're super thin, like sardines. And then I sit on my seat and I say, wait a minute, is there something here? No, it's leftover seat. It's the wood. Like there's no seat left. And then,
It's like soon there'll be plastic seats.
And then there's a whole family that come in after me. Like it was great they came in, but then this massive family started to come in, like an amoeba. And this family, like father, wife, good-looking wife from another country, I don't know, and 2 teenagers. And he's putting up the luggage, and when he's putting up a luggage, he's one of those guys that got his pants too loose, and it's halfway down, showing his bum. I'm looking at the gorge, like one of Tim's trips where he has to go across a gorge, something like that.
You got a view.
And he's putting up the luggage, and then he sits down on my seat, and I am the lucky one. The only seat in all of Virgin Airlines that practically collapsed on my lap. Because he wanted to relax, this guy.
He sat back so far. It was almost in your lap.
Yeah, practically in my lap. I dropped coffee and drinks on my lap about 4 times on this trip because, first of all, I'm clumsy. Tim will attest to that, and also Alex. Because even you,
Fact.
Mike, you even know that I have green left on my teeth and my salads.
Yeah.
Alex every once in a while reminds me, like at the tea place, like he's trying to save me, He does this.
I think, by the way, Daniel, I think you got a great comedy bit here. You should be writing this shit down.
Okay, hold on. All right, but I'm not finished yet. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I got this, and I'm trying to relax, but I poured stuff, and they gave me towels, cleaning towels to help clean me. Oh, sir.
Oh,
are
no.
you okay? Do you need the hospital or But they were good. Like, they gave me the towels and whatever. And then the guy with the seat, you see, that other stuff was my fault. Then the guy later on decides to relax in the seat again.
Again?
And then it collapses as I'm taking a coffee into my drink, into my face, all over the place, Tim. I couldn't call for help from Tim. He had a Charlie horse in his side. He was in another flight.
Oh, man.
So,
the Charlie horse almost killed me. I actually thought it was my liver giving up from all the drinking.
Oh, maybe. And then the guy turns around. He turned out to be a neat guy. Oh, sorry, sir. And the teenagers give their dad hell. Look what you're doing to the guy. The teenagers. They're in my defense. That's pretty bad.
Daniel, was your flight direct from London?
It had to be. Otherwise, we'd be dead.
What the fuck?
The guy was a neat guy. It turned out to be a neat guy. Thumbs up to each other. Look, man, it's what it is. I said to him, and he said, like, thanks. Like he was a good character. He sounded like a guy. Yeah. After all that could have been with us, with the watch group, but we remind him to pull up his pants.
God. Obviously, he didn't realize how bad the situation was. He was just trying to relax with 4 kids.
The
God
kids are
damn.
like, there was like, you know how it is. It's just like roommate. His teenager kids, like you can see, like during the flight, the daughter hung her head against the dad. Like there was real love, affection. But they'll bark at, just like roommate. They bark at their dad, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, what's up, Dad? What do you do that for? But it wasn't Dad's fault though. A
Yeah.
young dad, you know. It's virgin, you know.
Fucking virgin, man.
It's all like that song,
Virgin
like the
Airlines.
very first time, like a virgin.
Man, it really makes sure that when you save money, they make you feel, you know, like shit on top of it.
They want to make it miserable as possible, your
Yeah,
flight.
yeah.
So next time you upgrade to business class at least.
Yeah, yeah. Next time you fucker, you pay
You
up.
pay 7,000-8,000 for a seat, asshole.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're going to be in the shit seats.
yeah.
I got carried away. I haven't even talked to Cam. Cam, are you there? No? Oh, maybe he's doing something else.
He's
Okay.
probably on the phone or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, I've recovered, Tim G. Excuse me for hogging the time.
No, I like it. It's good to hear laughs.
Yeah.
I need more.
It's good that
Yeah.
you find humor in this stuff, because some other people, they would never travel ever again.
Well,
It's a Seinfeld skit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's some, you know, there were so many funny moments actually throughout this whole adventure. I think you could make a whole 30-minute stand up, you know, dressing up in drag. Then
Yeah, yeah.
Paris was an adventure in of itself, the toothbrush, and then
yeah.
London. There were so many things happen in London, and then the flight back. Oh, and then we got fisted on the way to London. There's bits. There's interesting stuff. It's been an adventure.
Yeah.
So did you guys enjoy the afternoon tea at Harrods? Did you guys enjoy that?
Oh yeah,
Um,
I had a lot of fun. I thought it was the best food. The food, you know, the sandwich. I filled up on the sandwiches. I only had 1 bite of each of the pastries.
Yeah, they offer. Yeah, they give you a lot of stuff, a lot of food.
You
It's
know, Mike.
incredible.
The pastries were mid. The sandwiches were.
We're really good. Yeah.
Oh my! I couldn't have had enough of them.
Uh-huh.
I could have had. I wish I had another round of sandwiches versus
wait a minute.
trying
Did
to
you-
save space.
Wait a minute.
Did-
I had 2 rounds of the sandwiches, didn't you?
I think I had like 2. I think I almost had 3. I ate somebody else's
Wow.
sandwiches.
You ate that much. You ate that much sandwiches.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. You went 3 sets of 3, or
'Cause-
like I had 2 sets of 3 sandwiches. I did.
I
was like,
went 2 sets plus I had 3 more. I think I had 2
Oh,
more because
okay.
I know I had extra 2 more
You
of
know what?
salmon, and I had 1 more
Oh,
extra
you know
of the
what? I
cucumber.
think I went beyond 2 because they were just standing there. No one was taking them. So I ended up 2 sets of 3, and I may have snuck 1 or 2 in there also because no one was taking them from the center table.
Exactly. There was people who were saving space for the pastries, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good with this." And then when the
Yeah.
pastries came, I thought pastries were okay. They looked fantastic,
Yeah.
but you know what? I'm not a big pastry guy. You're a big of a You're like roommate. You guys like pastry stuff.
I'm
Cake.
addicted to
Love
pastry.
cake.
Yeah.
They love cake.
Yeah, they love the
What-
cake.
not that
So
I
did you?
go ahead.
So did they let you take some food with you when you left? Like they sometimes
We
will let
actually
you take.
boxed everything up, and Masha
Oh,
took
oh,
everything
awesome.
and gave it to her friend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, good.
So
All right.
we took
So
like
you
a
didn't.
dozen scones and
Oh, awesome.
and like 6 pastries.
Okay, Tim.
Awesome.
Albus thought you were playing around with him there when he was trying to tell you how to twist the scone, and you made a mess of it. Says, "Is this how you do it?" And you were just making fun with him,
Yeah.
and he thought that
Manny.
was you were quite.
Manny's comedy genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He totally had us there.
Yeah.
You know, we totally fucking had us. Oh, you just got a twist. Look at this, guys. I think a lot of people fell for it. They thought it was, yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
is
thought
it-
you do have to twist it, but I didn't know any better.
You
Whatever.
do, but you have to twist it the other way.
Oh, okay.
You have to twist it like, so if this is a scone, you twist it like an Oreo. You twist it like this,
Oh, okay.
but he twisted it like this, splitting it in half horizontally.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, it was good stuff. The scones were good. I didn't have enough space for the scone or for the pastries after the sandwiches. I was done. We should have had that breakfast. That was a mistake. It was free breakfast included with the hotel. How can you not have it?
Yeah. Alex reminded me that I left the chocolate on the floor, that maybe I should have had to pick up the mess I left,
Yeah.
because it's a very high-end place. You see, I picked up the chocolate with the fork, like picked at it, when I didn't realize there was a biscuit at the end of the chocolate thing. All I do is pick it up from the biscuit end underneath and
Yes.
put it to my mouth and chew at it. No, I got to pick with the fork, and half of it drops on the floor, like I'm picking some of it, like picking away, like it was silly.
Disaster.
Yeah.
So did you guys get a chance to look around Harrods itself, or just that you just had the afternoon tea? That was it.
No,
I
we did look around because we were looking for the washroom, right, Tim?
We nearly had to walk the entire Harrods to get to the washroom from
To get to the washroom. And then,
You went the scenic way, huh?
Yeah.
Then when I went up again, the women at the front says there's a quicker way to go. You just go down the escalator. So I found it much quicker going down the escalator when I had to go again because of my bladder, and then make a couple of rights, and it was much easier to get to. I guess a different washroom, but yeah, it's a department store, but I don't know. I mean, I wasn't overly impressed. It's supposed to be the department store.
Yeah.
Harrods, but it's an old and famous department store, but there's regular stuff.
It's gone down. It's gone down over the. It's still great, but it's gone down over the years. I mean, the buzz is gone. I think maybe because the department store whole idea is done.
Okay. Yeah.
It sounds mean to department stores, but
Now, if you guys had gone through the food area where they sell food, it's really good. I mean, it's like premium stuff.
yeah, I agree.
I'm sure it is, and people still go through because maybe that's first of all what Tim G is implying, because I took some courses in the business area, whatever, and about certain business plans in distribution and retail and all that. This was the big thing in the 60s, I guess, was the department stores. Well, now we're past that. It doesn't work now, or there's a few vestiges of it, I guess, but that's because the tourists go there. Whether it's Miami, it's the tourists that keep it alive, or the hype, and a sense of it's a museum that people want to visit, which happens to have goods in it. So if the museum works, then why not sell stuff there? So it's kind of an anomaly from department stores that don't exist today. They just don't. They closed down in Toronto, the Hudson's Bay Company, and up in Toronto, it was Eaton's and Simpsons, which you guys probably don't know. They were the big department store areas, and then you guys have your own, whatever their names. There's Macy's in New York that Tim is the CEO of, right, Tim? Are you the president, CEO of Macy's? Maybe you are. And there's a couple others, but I don't know if they're really doing
That's what they say.
Saks is still pretty good, and so is Berghoff's. New York.
Oh, that's right.
And then also Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's. That's the other one I remember, right? They still exist, right, Tim G? For now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're doing great. They're doing fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
the flagships are doing fine.
Oh yeah.
Well, Harrods is has been there for such a long time, and it's one of those particular spots to hit if you're a tourist.
Right.
But they are pricey for what it is, of course. But it's kind of the traditional place to visit when you're visiting London.
Yeah, so you got customers that are just that, and uh, it's just a nice place to walk through, I guess, unless you're in a rush. It's I could get lost in there, but
Oh, it's massive. It's a huge place.
yeah, um,
And they sell so much things. They have so many different things.
right. And
Incredible, the
the
selection.
staff, the staff there, as far as I'm concerned, were amazing because when I'm asking instructions from people that have not, I'm not doing anything for them, I'm not buying their product, but they were pretty helpful. And they'll just go there, just all you have to do is follow that. Like they're pretty good, no matter what their age were. They're good people in Harrods, it seems, no matter which department. Maybe I looked hopeless. I don't know, but they were very helpful. Do I look helpless sometimes, Tim? Maybe I do.
Not all the time. Sometimes.
What's
Sometimes.
going on? Your mind's going somewhere. What's up? What's up? Is your mind going somewhere, Tim?
Well, I'm pretty fried after.
Okay.
Actually, my headache just went away. I'm just thinking, wow, my headache went away. There's
okay.
a roommate. She gave me the biggest headache I've ever had. So for the first 3 hours of doing the stream, I was just trying. Like it's like I was gonna end, and then as soon as I end, boom, everybody jumps on the stream, and the headache goes away. So I'm
Well,
just
at 8 o'clock,
sitting here contemplating, like, what a fucking, you know,
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock,
conundrum.
8 o'clock Eastern time, everyone shows up. So you have to stick around for at least an hour.
Did you guys get some decent sleep, both of you, Jim and Daniel?
Mixed. I sort of got a bit of sleep, but I don't know. It's
It's really hard to sleep on the plane.
I can't sleep on the
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
No, I had a decent sleep for the first 4 hours. Then I got this Charlie horse that felt like somebody ripped my kidney out, and that woke the shit out of me. I was jumping around, holding
Oh
my
man.
side. I
Yeah.
thought maybe it's the drinking, but
That's pretty good. You slept for 4 hours on the plane.
yeah. Oh, I had a great seat. Because I got upgraded to the economy plus, so the seat
Oh, okay.
But
So you could
very nice.
spread your legs.
Tim.
Front row too.
I find what's amazing. I got to do so many yoga moves. I got to do breathing exercise. I got to try whatever. I got to think. Don't try to sleep and you'll fall asleep. I forgot to get melatonin. None of this works. I'm working like at the hotel in the different cities we're at. I tried everything. Tim comes in late at night. Hold on. Tim comes in late at night afterwards. Oh, hi. He stumbles in. Oh, hi. Brushes teeth. Does a couple of things. Then changes into whatever he wears or does not wear for bed. And he goes like this to bed. That's how he goes to bed. He goes like that. Boom. And he goes, I can count to 10. And then it's...
Wow. Goes to sleep that quick.
Well, okay, he might be looking at his iPhone and he's spying on other streams or something. I don't know what he's doing. But then
Just check some Instagram. I was doing the post.
Well, I'm only guessing, Tim. I didn't know what you were doing. So I never know what you're doing. Anyway, so he then...
Quite a suggestion. I couldn't care less what other people were doing. I posted some Instagram stuff, and then I go to sleep. I was picking out pictures to put to post, right? Because the whole day, I've got 100 pictures from that day. I was just trying to make.
But allow me to indulge in some of my lies.
Okay.
I'm just making up stuff as I go. I get it.
Okay.
But basically,
no, because you say it, and yeah.
I know. I was just making stuff up. But anyways, it's true. That's how he goes to bed. It's like boom, and then it's. Now he can't hear it because he's unconscious, right?
Right. I can't hear myself. And I was just gonna tell you this, Daniel. I think you're trying too hard because Daniel's got a solution for every problem. He's taking digestive stuff. He's taking powder. He's buying stuff.
He's pharmacy.
He's going to pharmacy. He spent 100 euros at the pharmacy. All kinds of things.
Wait, I forgot the stuff to cut my fingernails. Leave me alone. And dude, leave me alone. I was just getting basics, you know.
Oh my God, he's trying so hard.
But I brought the pharmacy, probably a pharmacy I brought with me. I'm guilty as I am.
Yeah.
So,
Daniel's
so
just
any
working so
cities
hard.
stood out to you guys the best, or you liked them all?
Paris for me.
Paris was
Like,
the best for you.
I think so. I really liked the fries, steak and fries thing. I really liked it. Oh, Cam is back. It looks like. Is Cam back?
I'm back. I'm
Oh,
back.
there he is.
Back and I'm better.
Okay.
Cam is back, baby.
Yeah. So you're going on a holiday. When is this?
A couple weeks. I will be on holiday in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
A Bahamas classic once again.
Okay. Any friends going with you, or just yourself, or what?
I think I'm having one friend come out. And
That's nice. That's nice.
he-
Okay.
last
Cool.
time we went to the Bahamas was I think about 4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Nice. Nice.
it'll be good to enjoy old times. One of my
Yeah.
friends recently just moved from here to the Bahamas as well, so I'll try to go see him in the next coming weeks. So yeah.
Are you gonna rent a motorcycle or like a car, or rent a motorcycle? You don't know yet.
Yeah, that's why I do every time down
Oh,
there.
okay.
You have to drive. There's no like public transportation
Yeah.
or whatnot, or like shuttles like other tourist areas. It's either you
Yeah.
take a taxi or you drive. Funny enough, it's cheaper to rent a car than it is to take a taxi in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey
Yeah.
Tim, are you still going to Hawaii, or is that off?
No, I guess I'm still going to. The roommate's going. Meantime, is going to go to. What's it called? Korea. She said.
She's going back to Korea again?
Yeah, I guess that's
Well,
what she said. Yeah.
And she doesn't want to go to Hawaii, right?
No, no. Okay, it doesn't work for her
Oh,
vacation
schedule
because
is-
she took certain days off for the
Oh, I see.
vacation.
I see. Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, it doesn't line up with her.
Hawaii.
All right. Well,
What-
Wait.
When are you going?
Roommate can't go.
it's her
Why?
schedule for her
Yeah.
holiday
No,
time.
she can't.
Yeah.
Wait, that
It
means you
doesn't
got
work.
room in the bed for me, Tim.
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But if but if I do, I'll let you know.
All right. Tim, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see here. What time is it right now?
It's almost
Uh,
6.
Yeah, we went a little
It's
bit longer than you planned. This is
yeah,
a
we
long-
went extra. Guys, let's wrap it up. I gotta go as well.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much
Okay.
for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to upvote before you leave. Mike, did you
Yes.
talk before we had? Did you talk to Kojak? What are we doing this Sunday? We're doing wine, or are we doing cocktails? I would prefer wine because it's a little bit easier.
I
Love-
thought Alex was going to do, or Kojak was going to do liquor. That's what he was
Okay,
telling
so
me.
we're doing cocktails. Yes,
That's what he told me when I spoke to him last time.
right. Because we did
I was supposed
wine
to
the
follow up.
previous, right?
Yeah, I did wine last. That was the last time we did wine. Then
Okay.
now it's his turn, and then it'll be my turn the following next Sunday.
Do you know what you want to do the next Sunday?
I haven't picked the varietal yet, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
In the next couple of days, I'll let you know what I'm going to go with, and then I'll start doing some research and
Okay.
go from there.
Fantastic.
Unless you guys want to do like a casual Sunday kind of recap, well, we can drink and still talk about the trip and
I've
all
got
that.
some wines here, dude. I got 3-4 bottles of wine. I've got. Look at this.
I know you got the Amarone, right? Or did you drink that?
That's right. I got the Amarone.
Yeah, you got that.
I got Amarone right here. But I think Daniel Katz has Amarone as well, or he's got something there.
Did I open it? Let's see.
I don't think you opened your Amarone, if I remember.
Oh,
You
so
had it.
then I might have it. Hold on.
Yeah, I think you still got it unopened.
It's on
And I
Yeah, I
think you
got
got
it.
Malbec too, don't you have a Malbec, Tim?
I got this one. Barossa
Okay,
Valley.
I've
Oh,
got.
Mourvedre. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I didn't open
You
it.
have a Maroni?
I think that's. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure he didn't open it because he got the same wine as I
Yeah,
did.
I didn't
Same
open it.
grape,
Right, Mike.
same brand.
You're right, Mike. I've got it.
And I got Malbec.
Malbec,
Okay, so we're gonna
yeah.
open our Maronis. We could do that.
Okay.
Open whatever you feel like, Daniel. No pressure.
Well, I might try to open up my mind.
There you go. That's more important.
Exactly. Open your mind to new experiences,
That's
okay?
right.
All right.
Oh, Cam left.
Fantastic.
It's okay. Cam, it's okay. It's the end. All right.
So good.
Yeah.
Guys, good show. And
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
We'll keep
Okay.
it going, all right?
Good
All right.
night, Tim. Good night, Daniel.
Yeah.
Good night, Mike.
See you guys.
Take care, everybody.
Good night, New York.
I'm doing this tonight. You're probably gonna start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I loved you endlessly, and you weren't there for me. So now it's time to leave and make it alone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Just hit me with the truth now. Girl, you're more than welcome to. So give me one good reason, baby. Come on. I live for you and me. And now I really come to see that life would be much better once you're gone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. Ooh, might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I'm giving up, I know for sure. I don't wanna be the reason for your love no more. Bye bye, I'm checking out, I'm signing off. I don't wanna be the loser and I've had enough. I don't wanna be your fool in this game for two. So I'm leaving you behind. Bye bye bye. Make it tough. Make it tough. Enough. Bye bye. No lie. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game. I don't wanna be your fool, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye bye bye. Bye bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I